Sometimes, meeting a little sister on a small island makes me so happy. The little sister is still a cute little sister, good looking and has a good figure, mainly because she also looks good in her clothes. Against the backdrop of wheat-colored skin, her abilities are also rare. It will turn white in the future and become a proper Bai-Fume. Long legs, white, rich, cultured, gentle personality, and love to laugh. Where can I find this kind of woman? Robin experienced torture in his youth, his hometown was destroyed, under Buster Call, all Ohara died, and she was the only one left alive. For some so-called knowledge, no, it was Marine's so-called excuse, all scholars were killed. They're just for learning, and there's nothing wrong with that. Chen Qingtian sympathizes with Robin. The shadow of her childhood needs a lifetime to heal. Fortunately, she met a partner in the back, who believed in her and protected her. For her, the partner did not hesitate to offend Marine. Now Robin is still living a sad life. In the past, he was obsessed with fleeing for his life, and he was afraid of people when he saw them. Now, she has a certain strength, but she still lives very cautiously. She was afraid that one day the Marines would come to her door, and when that time came, she would not be able to leave even if she wanted to. When will the life of hiding and hiding come to an end? Robin has no extravagant hopes for the future, and he can live every day. Damn forest. Why did I go back to the original point? He kept changing direction and ran, and finally came back. Robin was a little annoyed, looking around, familiar trees, familiar places, and the marks she had made. It was the origin. She knelt down and stroked the marks she had made. Lost in thought, what happened? Why is this happening here? Is it a forest problem, or is it the ghost of that old man? Could it be his fault? Robin couldn't help thinking of the weirdness of the old man. If he was the one who played tricks, everything could be explained. In order to arrest himself, he took great pains. Damn, here we go again. No one saw it, but she smelled alcohol. The strong smell of wine spread to the tip of her nose through the air, and it was not difficult to distinguish after taking a little sip. Robin couldn't bear to think, so he ran away. In this way, the two ran one after the other, keeping a distance. Chen Qingtian walked behind, walking slowly, taking one step, as if he had covered a long distance. He put down the jug, and the wine was almost drunk, and he couldn't continue to drink. Interesting. Are you hiding? Chen Qingtian closed his eyes, let go of his perception. Under the advanced observation hockey, everything around him was invisible. Taking a look at himself, Chen Qingtian could sense her position just by looking at her. Just bad. Robin glanced back before hiding. It's no use, little sister, it's no use hiding. Chen Qingtian enjoyed the feeling at this moment. The more scared Robin was, the happier he was. The joy of chasing turns out to be like this. No wonder so many people like to play this game. People who are not pervert will not play this kind of game. I wonder if Robin's mentality has collapsed. Those who were hunted down, who had no hope of resisting, had to run away other than to run away. Wanting to resist is a joke in the face of absolute strength. Robin is well aware of the gap between herself and the old man. She can't do things like hitting a stone with a pebble. Hiding, breathing steadily, even, she held her breath. Don't let yourself make a sound. Chen Qingtian stood not far from her, stopped, stared, and stared ahead. Robin was terrified. The strange old man seemed to sense that she was nearby. The oppressive atmosphere made Robin unable to breathe. A sense of danger enveloped her body, as if she had returned to the original Ohara. Under Buster Call, Ohara was devastated, and she could only despair. Closing his eyes, that image popped into Robin's mind. The body couldn't help shaking. She is scared. Shrink together. It seems that I dare not open my eyes to see the world. Chen Qingtian didn't move. He said lightly, come out, don't hide anymore, I saw you. As soon as these words came out, Robin was even more frightened. Don't go out, keep hiding, she is betting. Chen Qingtian continued, little sister, come out, this old man has no ill intentions towards you. Expressing his sincerity, Chen Qingtian hoped that Robin would believe in himself. As for Robin, it was impossible to trust him. Ding. Your existence scares Robin. She thinks you are a bad person, and her whole body is resisting you. Mission. Caring for the girl Robin. It is rumored that the beautiful girl lacks love. Your appearance may bring about a different change. Come on, old man, take good care of the girl who lacks love, and don't make her fear the world. Reward. Devil Fruit +1, Hunter. Remarks. The rewards are generous, remember to complete it. Devil Fruit's ability is increased by 1, and it doesn't hurt or itch. Chen Qingtian is still very happy. Hunter. What skill? A new skill burst out. Chen Qingtian looked at this skill in surprise. There is no introduction and no hints. The mission was not completed, so it was impossible for him to know the specific usage of this skill. After the last mission was completed, he received sword skills and Ashura sword skills, and his strength was strengthened again. Ashura swordsmanship gives Chen Qingtian a different feeling. After practicing, one will fall into an inexplicable state. The killing intent will be greatly improved. The stronger the killing intent, the stronger Ashura's sword skills. This sword technique is very strange. Once it is used, blood will be seen. The advantages and disadvantages are obvious. The disadvantage is that this swordsmanship consumes a lot of energy and requires high energy and spirit. It is impossible for ordinary people to practice. For Chen Qingtian, it was just a small problem, and he learned it in 2s and 3s. It's a little time away from Grandmaster, but it won't be long. Now, a new skill has been revealed. Chen Qingtian is excited. Hunter. It is not easy to know just by looking at the name. The protagonist group all have extra rewards. Sure enough, the old man's luck is not bad. A good batch of luck, refreshed missions, and new skills. Long time no see. I miss you very much. Little sister, I know where you are hiding. I am too lazy to do anything. You can come out by yourself. The old man won't do anything to you. If I really want to kill you, the old man has already done it. Or do you think your strength can kill the old man? The words fell. The scene fell into a quiet atmosphere. After a long time, Robin came out from his hiding place. Chen Qingtian was amused by the resolute look in his eyes. Hey, don't put on that look. The old man is really not a bad person. People who don't know, think what the old man did to you. Don't worry, this old man won't do anything to underage girls. That's a crime. Amitabha. Robin didn't believe it, staring at Chen Qingtian with big eyes. You are not a bad person. Why are you chasing me? Chasing me all the way. How do you explain? Chen Qingtian explained. Isn't this old man trapped in this ghost place, and I want to ask someone to ask. Who knows you? Robin. Robin collapsed. I, Nima, avoided you for a long time. In order to get rid of you, I would not hesitate. You actually said that you came to ask for directions, not to kill me. For a moment, Robin wanted to kill Chen Qingtian, this bad old man, very bad. Your sister, why didn't you say it earlier, has been drinking. If he had said earlier, he would not have to worry about it, nor would he have to despair countless times. I swayed in the sea of despair and almost fell into the bottom of the sea, but you picked me up and told me that I was passing by to get soy sauce. Have you vomited blood? This is the first time Nico Robin has encountered such a thing, and he has no experience in dealing with it. Not an enemy, nor looking for trouble. While heaving a sigh of relief, Robin said angrily, Old man, can you stop being scary? People are scary, they will scare people to death. The heart is. I'm going to F**k you old man, if I can't beat you, I will crush your balls in minutes. For other women, such degrading things cannot be done. Robin has no scruples, after all, she didn't do it herself, it was Devil Fruit who did it, and she has a relationship with Nico Robin. Chen Qingtian raised his eyebrows and said, I want to say, you didn't give me a chance to say it, girl. Hello. Beautiful girl Robin, it was you who had hallucinations and wild thoughts, which caused yourself to be substituted into a certain situation, so that you thought that the old man was an enemy, and even shot him. The person who was wronged is the old man. Okay, what right do you have to call for injustice? Besides, old man, I've been wanting to speak up, but you ran away all of a sudden. Are you going to attack this old man? I'm wrong. After Chen Qingtian mentioned it, the matter seems to be the same. Robin's face flushed, as if he had assumed a certain situation from the very beginning. Then do it, indiscriminately. Robin, who is like a frightened bird, is too nervous and thinks that anyone he encounters is marine. Unexpectedly, I thought too much. If you hadn't had a chance to do anything just now, and you couldn't run away, you probably wouldn't have heard the old man. Chen Qingtian said quietly. I'm afraid that when the time comes, you strike too hard and the old man accidentally kills you. Why don't you cry to death? Embarrassed in place. Robin rubbed his nose and pulled his hat back to cover his eyes. She didn't want some bad old man to see her panicked eyes, so she didn't relax her vigilance. She half believed Chen Qingtian's words. After all, people can lie. Chen Qingtian saw Nico Robin's state at a glance, pressed his hand and said, Girl, don't be nervous, the old man has no ill intentions towards you. Or do you think you can escape in the hands of the old man? With a single thought, a powerful aura erupted from Chen Qingtian's body. The force of suppression fell on Robin in the blink of an eye. For a moment, there was a huge pressure on Robin's back, which he couldn't resist. The body, for an instant, bent down. People, lying directly on the ground, tried to get up, but couldn't. Robin was in a hurry to use her abilities. At this moment, her abilities seemed useless. It should be said that she couldn't compete with that powerful suppressing force, so she could only lie on her stomach. Waiting for the old man's trial, this second, Robin knew the horror of Chen Qingtian. Girl, do you see that the old man really wants to attack you? You have no ability to fight back at all. Get up, girl. After finishing speaking, Chen Qingtian revoked the suppressing force. Nico Robin got up, and before she had time to clean up the dust on her clothes and body, she stepped back more than 10 meters. Cross your arms, be wary of Chen Qingtian. It seemed that as long as Chen Qingtian made a move, girl Robin would follow suit. Don't be nervous, girl, you can't resist the old man. Chen Qingtian moved forward slowly, his words dispelled Robin's vigilance towards him little by little. Under absolute strength, your ability is useless. Robin's pressure increased and she yelled, don't come over, stand. Don't move. Chen Qingtian stopped, unable to force the girl Robin. In case of urgency, she might do something extraordinary. Is my sincerity not enough? Girl, don't challenge the old man's bottom line. Although I like beautiful women, I don't like them to that extent. If you really do it, the old man doesn't mind giving you a one-stop service to ensure that you are as good as immortal. As soon as the words came out, Robin let go of his crossed hands. She couldn't make the first move. Once done, the consequences are very serious. As the old man said, his patience is limited. Don't try to touch a stranger's bottom line. Once broken, you will die miserably. Okay. Don't come here, just stand there. Robin didn't dare to let Chen Qingtian approach him, it was too dangerous. She was instinctively afraid, for the strong, she didn't want to fight them. Horrible. Can run, absolutely do not fight. She is a person with brains, not a fool. Okay, I won't go there. Chen Qingtian glanced at Robin and said with a faint smile, girl, isn't that how devil fruit is used? Your devil fruit ability is good, you use the wrong direction. The move is too slow, for the strong, you have not used your ability, you are already dead. The real strong have neglected the forward swing. In one thought, it exploded directly. There is a prelude to the big move, if you don't do it, it's over. Once you do it, it will destroy the world. Robin listens carefully and gets advice, she won't miss it. Chen Qingtian continued. Flower fruit's ability is very good, you are only walking at the most basic stage, and have not entered the next stage. The development of Paramecia devil fruit requires brains and unconstrained ideas. As long as you think, it can be realized. And you, fixed in a limit, unable to spread your thoughts outward, are destined to be impossible to become a strong person. Chen Qingtian whispered. There are no weak chicken devil fruits, only weak chicken users. Each devil fruit has unique abilities, and you should develop them according to their characteristics, rather than being fixed in one place or one direction. Like this. Chen Qingtian raised his hand, seemingly without any ability. There was a coercion in the air. Roar. Robin's ears were almost deafened by the roar from the ancient times, passed from the ancient battlefield to the present. The huge voice shocked the soul, her body, her soul, and everything about her were suppressed. It is stronger and more domineering than the suppressive force just now. This suppressive force suppresses all. All resistance forces will be suppressed without exception. He raised his hand with difficulty, indicating that he could not bear the pressure. Chen Qingtian released the pressure, he said with a faint smile. Do you feel it? What ability do you think the old man used just now? What kind of devil fruit ability is it? At this moment, Robin's brain started to spin, and she was thinking. Is it Logia devil fruit? No, it's not like Logia devil fruit's ability. As we all know, Logia devil fruit is natural energy, wind, fire, thunder and lightning, and various natural factors. Once it appears, it will have a great impact on the surroundings. Looking around again, it was not destroyed, as if the suppressive force had never appeared. Could it be Paramecia devil fruit? It's not like, I've never heard of this ability, could it be suppressing devil fruit? Devil fruit, Wuha 8 gate, everything, only you have never seen, there is nothing that has never appeared. But it's not like, Robin heard the roar of the ancient monster. She heard it right, that roar suppressed everything. It's not zone devil fruit, is it? Robin thought to herself, and soon, she ruled that out as well. None of the 3 devil fruits, what kind of ability is that? She shook her head. I don't know. Haha. Chen Qingtian laughed loudly. It's just a simple zone devil fruit. What? Nico Robin looked at Chen Qingtian in shock, unable to believe it. That ability is zone devil fruit? Zone devil fruit has this ability? Zone, as the name suggests, possesses the abilities of animals. For example, common beasts, cats and dogs, etc., you can acquire their characteristics to enhance your physical fitness. In terms of performance on the outside, there are very few, not none. The knowledgeable Robin thought of a devil fruit, phantom beast species and ancient species, among which phantom beast species are the rarest and most incredible. Naturally, the human race is also a wonderful thing. It depends on your luck. If you are lucky, you have eaten a good devil fruit. Bad luck, it's Chopper Bemba. No matter what kind of zone devil fruit it is impossible to have this ability? Nico Robin asked her own question. In her impression, nothing like this happened. Chen Qingtian found a seat to sit down and drink. Squinting his eyes for a while, he opened them and said, yes, how could it not be? Zone devil fruit is not the weakest devil fruit, and Logia is not the strongest. Devil fruit is not strong or weak, I still say that, it depends on how you use it. Girl, the old man will tell you one more thing. Ordinary people are not qualified to listen. Chen Qingtian didn't hide some things. When they become stronger, they will naturally encounter them. Say it now, but let her know in advance. With Robin's intelligence, I believe she will find it in some classics soon. Zone devil fruit will have different changes in the later stage. The specific changes depend on the person, the fruit, and the strength. In short, you have no chance of knowing. Okay. Let's not talk about those things first, let's get back to the main point, your devil fruit is good. Chen Qingtian hooked his hand, motioning Robin to attack him. Robin shook his head. Farewell, old man, how dare I shoot you? I didn't know it before, but now I know it, and I dare not kill Robin. It was too scary, the old man didn't need to do anything, just a thought, he fell down by himself. To avoid danger to his life, Robin chose not to do it. Let you attack me and attack me, the 6 hands before. Robin asked weakly, do you really want me to do it? Bring it on. Robin asked again. Master, are you sure? Sure. Scared, Robin asked again and got a positive answer. She bit the bullet and attacked, crossing her arms and spinning 6 rounds. 6 hands appeared on several parts of Chen Qingtian's body. Following Robin's order, the arms began to forcefully grab Chen Qingtian's hands, feet, and neck, and twisted vigorously. Come on. Look, your shortcomings are very obvious. Your lack of strength leads to your lack of ability. Second point, your ability is good, but what if it is like this? When the ability is activated, it has almost no impact on Chen Qingtian. With a flash, Chen Qingtian appeared in front of Robin. He raised his hand and pressed her head. At this moment, Robin felt like he was going to die. Ruined. To be killed. This was her last thought. After waiting for a while, there was no movement. That hand, pressing his head, did not make the next move. See, you are too good, girl. Letting go, Chen Qingtian continued to drink. Robin, horrified, revoked the ability. Counting the time it took for the old man to come before him after he disappeared, soon, in an instant, he arrived. The invincible ability, specially dealing with fast people, Robin thinks that he can restrain all fast people. At this moment, she suddenly woke up. When her strength reaches a certain level, her abilities will have little effect. Girl, don't be depressed, even if you don't meet me, you will have the same result if you meet other people. Your own strength is poor, which leads to your poor devil fruit ability. Chen Qingtian continued. I believe that according to your physical strength, you can't release many abilities like just now? Hearing this, Robin raised his head and watched the old man seriously. His own secret was seen through, and there was no secret at all. How did you know? Chen Qingtian smiled and said, needless to say, as we all know, the ability of Paramecia Devil Fruit consumes stamina. If you don't have enough stamina, you can't fight for a long time. This is your biggest shortcoming. If you don't change, you will be the same in the future. Having said that, Chen Qingtian glanced at Robin. Found her eyes depressed. Girl, do you want to become stronger? Chen Qingtian is like a demon seducing underage girls, leading them step by step into the abyss. Robin nodded without thinking, she stared at Chen Qingtian with fiery eyes. Old man, Can you teach me to be strong? All this time, I have been thinking alone. Combat methods, as well as experience, are learned in countless life and death battles. Without systematic training, most of her strength relies on devil fruit. Her most valuable is not devil fruit ability, but her knowledge. But in this world, without strength, you are not safe. She lives like a mouse every day, and she can't sleep peacefully. Robin believes that Marine has been looking for her, and once they find him, he believes that his end will not be good. She didn't dare to think about getting stronger, and taking revenge. She just didn't want to be arrested, killed, and O'Hara perish. Grandpa, what do you need? Robin knows that there is no free lunch in the world. He taught himself to become stronger. He must ask for something. What is it? Haha, I don't want anything. I just think you are pleasing to the eye, girl, and I just want to guide you. Chen Qingtian waved his hand and said, I have what you have, and I have what you don't. At this age, I just want to see how far you young people can go. There is no boat to carry me in the new era, and I need to bring the inheritance to you young people. So, young man, go on with my dream. Regardless of men and women, what dreams do you have? Go for it and go for it. Don't be afraid of failure. Know that failure is the mother of success. A fixed fate is certainly terrifying, but you are a young man, in your teens, and the future is still long. Fate is illusory. Who knows where you will go? Who can firmly believe that fate is unchangeable? Young people, believe in yourself, believe in your abilities. Girl, what's your name? Topics descend from one high to another low latitude. Robin said seriously. Nico Robin, old man, my name is Nico Robin. Introduce yourself seriously, Robin, and rarely say your name in front of outsiders. But the old man's brainwashing was so emotional, she was so excited when she was told. I can't wait to rush to Naval Headquarters Marineford immediately, kill a Kainu in seconds, beat Sengoku, and become a queen. Robin, do you want to become stronger? Still the same problem. Robin stood upright and said, think. She dreams of everything. Her dream is to be a scholar, looking for new knowledge points everywhere. Strength is fundamental. This is the same everywhere. Those without strength can't go anywhere. Very good, girl Robin, you are very enlightened. The old man will give you the first class today. Chen Qingtian stood up and wanted to write the 4 big characters of the first class, but found that this was not his home. There is no blackboard, no pen and paper, only to draw in the sky. The first class is how to exercise your body. Only when you are strong is the real strength. The content remains the same, only your own strength can make you stronger. The foundation, the fitness, is the root of everything. Devil fruit, but an external force. Robin knew that she didn't have the opportunity to touch and learn before, but now she has, and she listens carefully. The previous words are serious. Behind, changed. The content of Chen Qingtian gradually changed, and in the end, it became a task directly. Come on. 10,000 squats, 10,000 push-ups, 10,000 sit-ups. Hurry up and watch me do it. This is not today's task, it's still early, you finish these first, and then proceed to the next step. Without waiting for Robin's reaction, Chen Qingtian said again, our time is limited, I try to cultivate a strong you in a short time. Why are you standing still? Put down the package and act for me. Robin does squats and she realizes she looks like she's wearing a short skirt. Hesitated. She raised her hand and asked, Master, can you? I can't. Chen Qingtian's eyes were pure without any speckle. You have to know that you practice for yourself, not for the old man. To become stronger, you don't have to care about other things. In the eyes of this old man, you are just pink skulls, not worthy of my attention. The old man is old and has seen a lot. How could you do that kind of thing? So, you can practice as much as you want, and don't care about this old man. Robin went to training with half belief, and she walked far away so that the old man could not spy on her. The two were about 10 meters apart, and Robin started to do squats, 10,000 squats, a bit difficult, but not high. She thought that was all there was to it, but soon she realized it wasn't. A pressure appeared behind her, suppressing her. Squat down and get up hard. Very difficult. Gritting his teeth, there are no problems with the first few hundred, and Robin can easily complete them. At the back, she found that her movements were getting slower and slower, and there seemed to be a small problem with her body. The old man was sitting, drinking, looking at her all the time. Those eyes seemed to see right through her. Robin pursed his lips and moved his body, so as not to show the old man. The hidden scenery cannot be shown to others casually. Dress cool, and Robin can't hide it. Where it should be exposed, it will always be exposed. Although it's not good, it doesn't have the beautiful figure in the future, but looking at it now, it's not bad. Tisk tisk. I have to say, the wheat-colored robin is really pretty. It will look good in the future, each with its own characteristics. The little girl now grows up so fast, so nice. The scenery is beautiful, and it is natural not to be shy to appreciate the beautiful scenery. Be thick-skinned and not afraid of other people's eyes. As for men, no matter how old they are, what should be seen is still what needs to be seen. We are appreciating, not obscene. 10,000 squats are enough for you to suffer. After a closer look, it is not difficult to find that Robin's physical fitness is really poor. Very little exercise, mostly using devil fruit abilities. Many people are like this, relying too much on devil fruit abilities. It will not increase your physical strength, but as everyone knows, physical strength is the root. Then there's stamina, recovery, and various physical abilities that will be crucial later on. It can be said that a person with poor physical fitness cannot become a strong person. Even Kizaru, he relies on devil fruit a lot, but if you think he has poor physical skills, it's a big joke. He can be 50-50 with anyone and is not afraid of anyone. Those who know how to use their own advantages can live longer. Halfway through, Robin was sweating and the pressure seemed to be mounting. Her movements gradually slowed down. The scenery that Chen Qingtian sees is getting better and better. Squatting in slow motion seems to be able to see a different scenery. Robin noticed Chen Qingtian's prying eyes. She rolled her eyes. "Old man, can you stop looking at me with that look?" "Oh?" Chen Qingtian asked with a smile. "What look?" "Playing dumb." "I'm not peeping." The old man looked at it openly. "Your eyes are wretched, old man," Robin said bluntly. "No, you're wrong, girl Robin. What the old man is looking at is not you, but your body. You are different from your body." Robin pouted. "Is there a difference?" Chen Qingtian said. "Of course I have. What I look at is your physical fitness and various data. My eyes can see a lot of data." "You misunderstood the old man. The old man wanted to better detect your body data, but you actually... Hey, it's hard to be a good person." Robin hesitated. Did he wrong the old man? What should I do? As soon as she felt guilty, she turned her head and caught the old man's eyes staring at her little skirt. At this moment, catch it right. Robin's complexion is like the weather, it changes when it changes. "Grandpa, do you have anything else to explain?" Was seen. Chen Qingtian was not embarrassed, on the contrary, he looked directly. Do not hide, do not hide. Watch generously, even with gusto." "Explain what?" "Girl Robin, you have to thank the old man. If you weren't for the old man, you might not be able to discover your own beauty," Chen Qingtian said. Robin. "No you? I? This." In a word, Robin was speechless. Never seen such a shameless person. Robin did not expect that the old man not only did not apologize, but was proud of it. "I have to let myself thank him. Without him, I would not be able to discover my beauty at all." Robin. "I know my beauty, I don't need you to discover it. I would like to ask. When you meet a thick-skinned old man, you can't get rid of him, and you can't stop him from peeping. How can you get rid of him?" Answer. "No way. If you can't get rid of it, you can only bite the bullet and train. It's just being looked at, and it's like feeding pigs. Hypnosis yourself, make yourself not sad." Robin practiced silently, doing squats constantly. Even if there is pressure, she is not afraid. "Tired? Take a break and continue exercising. Every time I move, there is a pair of eyes looking at me." She was shy, her face was flushed, and she couldn't see the redness under the cover of wheat-colored skin. The way the two get along is simple and awkward, but Chen Qingtian is not embarrassed, he watches generously. As long as you are not embarrassed, it is others who are embarrassed. The action is very standard. "Robin girl, go down a little bit." "Right. You have to practice hard and don't think about it. Do it to me, come on, girl Robin, don't be shy, the old man won't eat you again." The old man also made a request, and Robin exploded. Turn around. Back to the bad old man. She didn't want to be seen by him, but she was pure and pure, how could she let others see her? Hey, Robin girl, how could you do this to me?" Sad Chen Qingtian called for Robin to come back, and he promised not to watch it. "You do well, I don't bother you." Robin wouldn't trust this bad old man, very bad. After turning around and doing dozens of squats, she suddenly found that a certain old man was right in front of her. He, followed by shifting positions, changed to a place to drink and watch. You have to look at the scenery when drinking, Otherwise you won't be able to drink. Not bad. Tisk tisk, it looks good. Life is really wonderful. There are lowly beauties to watch, and wine to drink. No one bothers you, and you can enjoy the beautiful scenery comfortably. Life has never been so beautiful at this moment. For Robin, this moment is the most embarrassing moment in his life. Marine is hateful and keeps chasing her down. A reward list was placed, and the price was not low, just to make her unable to bear it. But they didn't go too far with the bad old man in front of them, they actually disrespecting the old and teaching bad children and grandchildren. Takao returned to Takao, the training that should be done, still needs to be done. In the blink of an eye, 5 days have passed. These 5 days were a battle of wits between Robin and Chen Qingtian. The two kept fighting and got along for a few days, and Robin found out that the old man was really teaching her. Not Marine's people, nor enemies. I have figured out their personalities and found their unique way of getting along. These days, Robin keeps avoiding the old man. He can practice on his own, and he doesn't want the old man to accompany him. Girl Robin, the old man is afraid that you will be in danger. This forest is dangerous, and the old man can't let you be alone. What if you were in danger? The old man is for your own good. Robin wanted to laugh when he saw that I was doing it for your own good. Who is it for? You are sure it is not to satisfy your pervert thoughts? Bad old man, can you not disturb my cultivation? Robin can't drive the old man away, no matter what, he won't leave. Under a high-sounding guise, I came here to enjoy her scenery. He was seen by others, but Robin still didn't want to be seen by the old man. So awkward. The old man's eyes are very tricky, and he can see some different scenery. It's useless to hide, the old man is really so wretched. Obscene to the ultimate. Wretched, powerful, and thick-skinned. The main thing is to be able to stand on the moral high ground, leaving you speechless. Every time he can find an excuse, he will ask you if you are angry. You are angry, but you can't hit him. I'm here to guide you in your cultivation, girl Robin. For you, I can't sleep or eat. I think about how to make you stronger every day. I can't think of you thinking about me like this. I'm so sad. Acting comes as soon as it is said, and there is never a wait. Looking at the old man who whined twice and seemed to be crying, in fact, he was peeking at himself. Robin was furious, his lips trembled, and his eyes fixed on Chen Qingtian for a long time, unwilling to take them back. Humph. He found an excuse again, damn it. Why can he always stand on the moral high ground and accuse me? What did I, Robin, do wrong to meet such a bad old man? She sometimes regrets why she believed him in the first place, but now she has fallen into the den of thieves and can't get out. Hey, life is so hard. One is lamenting the beauty of life. One is how difficult life is. The angry Chen Qingtian continued to watch, those eyes kept watching. Doesn't divert the target. Other stuff doesn't distract him. Everything is not as beautiful as the scenery in front of you. From top to bottom, look clearly. No matter how many times you watch it, you won't get tired of it. The more you look, the higher you go. For a person like Chen Qingtian who has been single for an unknown number of years, it is really. Cough cough, no, can't go on. I don't want to be a pervert old man. But, the old man pervert is very fragrant. Forgive me, amen. I believe it's a man, so he won't ignore it. Animals are inferior to beasts, which one do you choose? Hey, Robin girl, don't turn around. Robin couldn't bear the pressure, so he turned around, not wanting to practice face to face with the bad old man. He is practicing, but he is resting. It's no big deal to rest, the question is, can you not look at me? Still look at the private parts, do you have public morality? Robin girl, it's useless, the old man will follow you. Wherever you go, I will follow. Ha ha. You can't escape my Wuji mountain. So, let me practice with peace of mind. Let's not disturb each other, okay? Robin said with a dark face. Damn old man, can you let me go? It's too fatal, continue. Robin is afraid that he will be depressed. You agreed to cultivate, but in the end, you practiced like this. I didn't do anything to you. Why let you go? Girl Robin, this old man is teaching you to become stronger. How can you misunderstand the old man? As he talked, he burst into tears, if he didn't know the character of the old man. It is estimated that he was really wronged. Robin curled his lips. Stop acting, old man. How can you let me go? Tell me, as long as you don't harass me, I can meet your conditions. Basic conditions. Oh, don't go too far. Chen Qingtian stretched out his hand mischievously. Really? Can I look like this? Hand, pinched towards the sky. The next moment, Robin became angry. Damn old man, I will fight you. 6 round flowers, twist rolls. Time flies like running water, and a month has passed in a hurry. On the island, an old man and a young girl are bickering. The way the two get along is very simple and wonderful. The old man is drinking and teasing the girl. The young girl complained about the old man with a sad expression on her face. Sometimes, the young girl put on an angry expression, obviously being very irritated. Sometimes angry, sometimes uncomfortable, sometimes embarrassed, sometimes blushing. During the month of getting along, they figured out each other's personalities and let go of themselves. Hey, Robin girl, your strength has improved a lot, it's great. Kudos to you, very good. Robin ignored his compliments and crossed his arms. Poor old man, he doesn't have the kindness of an old man at all. I have a bad habit, I don't know who I learned it from. Those hands are the most hateful, reckless and immoral. But he doesn't care so much, as long as he is happy. Sometimes, Robin was very angry, and she wished to kill the old man, lest he go out and harm others. 6 rounds of twist rolls. The 6 hands all appeared on Chen Qingtian's body, as if they wanted to destroy some parts of his body. To prevent a bad old man from doing some shameful things, to protect himself, as also to protect other girls. Hey, girl Robin, can you stop being so ruthless? You actually want to do something to this old man, it's terrible. Chen Qingtian is wearing armament hockey, covering the whole body. There can be no accidents in that place. There is no one of the most vulnerable places on the human body. A little bit of pain, it hurts into the bone marrow. The 6 hands exerted strength at the same time, as if they wanted to kill Chen Qingtian's children and grandchildren. Stepping back, Chen Qingtian opened the distance. You can't be ruthless by her. Miss Robin is not trying to scare you, she is really doing it. The attack was fierce and the action was fast, which caught people off guard. HMPH, old man, get out of here. Everything came so fast. Robin, who was ruthless directly, crossed his hands and activated the flower fruit ability. Scroll with all your strength, and you must let an old man know that you are not easy to mess with. However, reality and ideals are biased. The old man smiled at her, with a mean smile, and he wanted to beat him up when he saw it. Take a deep breath, it seems that you are enjoying it very much. Robin's attack did not cause him any harm, but happiness. At this moment, Robin was furious. It's unreasonable, you actually been played. The old man was very bad. There's something in his head, he. Annoyed and angry, Robin rushed forward to attack the old man head on. After a month of practice, her physical skills have been greatly improved. Coupled with the crazy torture of the bad old man, she has a little bit of confidence in her physical skills. It is also to satisfy the old man's desire, and the assessment is once a month. Today is her assessment day. Ability, physical skills, and various abilities must be assessed. Whether it can meet the old man's standard depends on today's performance. Robin eats brains, not a reckless man, so naturally he has to use his brains to attack. First sneak attack, give you pain, and then kill you. Bad old man, my wife is going to kill you. Robin wasn't good at close combat. For a long time, sneak attacks have been the majority. As a killer, she is qualified. As a fighter, she has too many shortcomings. It was only when she met the old man that she faced her own shortcomings. When a person formally faces up to her own shortcomings, it means that her heart is extremely strong. 8 round flower, backflip. 2 more arms were added, for a total of 8. Appearing behind Chen Qingtian, he appeared suddenly, without any precaution. 6 arms are not enough strength, how about 8? Concentrate all forces and attack one place. Scattering can't make an impact, just concentrate. There's an arm attack in the back, and in the front, Robin's thigh. The thigh of a horse fell from the sky. Back and forth pincer attack, how do you dodge? Chen Qingtian didn't dodge, stood where he was, raised his head and smiled. The scenery is nice, Robin girl, be careful. The sharp-eyed Chen Qingtian can always see different scenery in his eyes. Robin was so angry that he subconsciously increased his strength. Go to hell, old pervert. Attack forward and backward, the attack from behind starts first. The 8 hands twisted Chen Qingtian's back together, and it seemed to the naked eye that Chen Qingtian's back began to bend. A little bent, gone. Attacking in front, attacking Chen Qingtian head on. Without resistance, Chen Qingtian watched quietly, his eyes drifting to other places involuntarily. Wheaten thighs, purple clothes, plus this movement. Sorry, forgive me. Ahem. That's not bad. It's really good. The scenery is charming. For a moment, I was fascinated. It's not for nothing that so many people like Robin. In the early stage, she was unique, well-dressed, coupled with her amazing charm. There are not many people who don't like her. Later, when you turn around, you become bai fume, which is difficult to accept at first, but gradually, you will be fascinated by her. She has a beautiful smile. In fact, she is a kind girl. If it is not forced by reality, she will not be a killer. Everything is for self-protection. Go to hell. Shy Robin kicked Chen Qingtian in the head with another kick. Chen Qingtian didn't resist and let her kick. Hands grabbed her thighs. In this way, maintaining an awkward posture. Robin's body fell down naturally. For a moment, the atmosphere was beautiful. For a long time, Robin couldn't bear this atmosphere. Let go of me, old man. Well, you bad old man, you were greedy for me. How old are you? Do you want old cows to eat young grass? Chen Qingtian won't be obedient, he won't let you go if he holds you. This pose is very beautiful, the princess hug, Chen Qingtian's favorite action. Wow. I can't tell, you have a good figure, Robin girl. A well-wrapped Robin won't give a bad old man a chance. At this moment, it was displayed in front of Chen Qingtian. Can't help but praise, good figure, very beautiful scenery. The scenery is pleasant, and I can't help but get drunk. The drunken Chen Qingtian couldn't help but take a few more glances, he was numb. I don't want to let go, if I can keep watching, how wonderful it is. Robin was angry. Let me go, old pervert. Twisting his body vigorously, he broke free from Chen Qingtian's shackles. But those hands, like pliers, pressed tightly, unable to break free. No matter how Robin broke free, he couldn't break free. She could only accept her fate and obediently let him do whatever he wanted. But Robin is not reconciled, he has suffered for nothing, the old man must have put in a lot of hard work for today. Damn it, old man, are you finished? Angry Robin, hands crossed, feet can't move, hands can. 8 round flowers, cramp. New moves, Robin has learned these days. It was shown on Chen Qingtian for the first time, not for anything else, just for this person to let go of himself. The name is good, cramp, as the name suggests, is to make Chen Qingtian cramp. It is possible that this trick was thought of just now, and the purpose was very obvious. The 8 hands were on Chen Qingtian's neck, arms, and legs, bending Chen Qingtian's body forcefully, making Chen Qingtian's body twitch like a whole body. Let me go, old man. Roar, as if roaring can double your firepower output. Arms folded, Robin's eyes were cold. You were unkind, don't blame me for being unrighteous. Bad old man, wretched old man, old pervert, all fell down. With one attack, Chen Qingtian moved slightly, even his body couldn't help but twitch back. 8 hands are much stronger than 6 hands. In addition to the practice during this period, Robin's physical strength have been greatly improved, and her attack power has more than tripled than before. Chen Qingtian's guess is right. Robin's fruit ability is determined according to his own strength. The stronger her own strength, the stronger her ability will be. A very pervert devil fruit. If Robin was a swordsman, this fruit would be even more awesome. Involuntarily, Chen Qingtian remembered a famous scene, Senbon Sakura, let's scatter. The petals are all over the sky, moving with the wind. Every petal is a knife. Knives and knives hurt people, and no one is spared wherever they pass. Then there are pieces of blades, and countless blades surround you, forming a very shocking scene. Mainly handsome, a man is so handsome. Women are naturally handsome. Unfortunately, Robin is not a swordsman. Oh, not bad, Robin girl. With a word of appreciation, Chen Qingtian smiled and said, unfortunately, the strength is still not enough. For Chen Qingtian, this strength is not a cause for concern. His strength, his physical fitness, are basically those who have reached the peak. Ordinary abilities cannot cause damage to him. Robin is still young and lacks strength. Give her 100 years to grow up, and maybe she can sprain herself. Now, it's still early. Compared to a month ago, it has improved a lot. You are not lazy, girl Robin, please remember that hard work pays off. No pain no gain. Chen Qingtian wouldn't tell them if they were frustrated. He is very familiar with the poisonous chicken soup. I will feed it to you, and I can provide it to you as much as you want. Some people like the taste of poisonous chicken soup, so they work hard and become strong in one fell swoop. There are also some people who don't like it, and continue to be decadent and disappear for everyone. If that's the only way, you may have to keep this action today, Robin girl. Girl, you have to find a way to break free. This old man is testing you, not eating your tofu. Although I have eaten your tofu for a month, it is nothing to eat a little today. But I, Mr. Chen, am a good person, how could I do that kind of thing? HMPH, let me go, we'll fight for 300 rounds. Robin couldn't break free, and tried many methods, but it still didn't work. The bad old man's body is made of steel, no matter how she attacks, she can't break through her defense. In Robin's opinion, Chen Qingtian's defense is the strongest, bar none. Terrifyingly powerful, irresistible. Tisk tisk, girl Robin, the old man won't let you go, you can let the old man go if you want, just act like a spoiled child to the old man. Robin. Even if my old lady dies, I won't act like a baby if I jump from here. Impossible, absolutely impossible. My old lady is a killer who has no feelings. If you make my old lady act like a baby, you are dreaming. In a quarter of an hour. Robin. Handsome guy, let him go, okay? Sweet voice, charming eyes, and those irresistible lips. Acting like a baby, perfect. Chen Qingtian let go of his hands naturally, he felt goose skin all over his body. It's going to die. Isn't that right? Robin acted like a baby, so it turned out to be so awesome. At that moment, the masculinity of a man rose up. Chen Qingtian suppressed the strange commotion, he couldn't mess around. Girl, your move is too terrible. Robin didn't care about that. After staying away from Chen Qingtian, she made up her mind not to engage in melee combat. You have to fight with your abilities, and you can't be caught by the bad old man. Old color critic, you have successfully angered me, today I will let you know what despair is. Those who offend me, I will bring them despair. You are no exception. Thinking that I have been seen all the secrets, there is nowhere to hide. Thinking of the shy posture in that movement, Robin couldn't help gnashing his teeth. She has never been so miserable. 9 flowers, twisting and dancing. Attack breakthrough. 9 hands, not 10 hands. Generally speaking, arms are even numbers, so her attacks should also be even numbers. 9 hands, 1 more hand, how strong is it? Lie down, old pervert. All 9 hands acted on Chen Qingtian's body, and in an instant, there was a crackling sound. Chen Qingtian looked at Robin in doubt, what happened? Arm, broken. Excessive force did not affect Chen Qingtian, but his arm was broken. At this moment, Robin's eyes widened, looking at the arm in disbelief. It's like this again. Her arm broke again. The hardness and the strength of the arm have been strengthened several times, and she thinks it will not break. Unexpectedly, it was still broken. After all, she underestimated Chen Qingtian's physical fitness, it was too strong. If it was a young lad, maybe. None of my business, Robin girl. Chen Qingtian spread his hands, indicating that it had nothing to do with him, it was because your arms were too fragile. Don't touch me, I won't lose money, Robin. She was stunned for a while, and suddenly found that the bad old man in front of her was gone. Before she could look for it, a head appeared on her shoulder. The bad old man leaned over and whispered in her ear. Girl Robin, you still smell good after you haven't showered for so many days. Take a deep breath. Chen Qingtian's obscene actions angered Robin. Turn around, punch and kick. Her attack failed to hit Chen Qingtian. After venting indiscriminately, Robin sat weak on the ground. She was wronged like a daughter-in-law who was loved by no one, her eyes were red. Tears flowed down with a splash, and I couldn't hold it back anymore. The sadness, grievance, and discomfort of these years, all at once, vented out. Why do you all come to bully me? What did I do wrong? Why are you doing this to me? The disappointed girl cried. Chen Qingtian let out a breath and sat beside her. Reaching out, stroking her head, Robin twisted her away. The embarrassing hand didn't know where to put it, so she retracted it, and Chen Qingtian sat beside her, not speaking. Quietly waiting for her to finish crying, this wait. Half an hour passed. Almost falling asleep, Robin seems to have finished crying. She held her head and put it on her knees, silently aggrieved. Girls are girls after all, and crying has become the best way for them to vent their emotions. Maybe it's not just girls, men are the same. Most men get drunk and then cry bitterly, venting all their emotions, but they can't cry directly, they have to find an excuse, and alcohol is undoubtedly their best excuse. It's not that you cry when you are wronged, but that the grievances are piled up to a certain extent and you can't bear it, so you cry. People are all the same, and they need to find something to vent their inner emotions. Of course, there are also people who distort and do illegal things, murder and set fire, and do all kinds of evil. Not advocating, but crying is the best. Girl Robin cried for a long, long time, and after she calmed down, she stood up and continued to practice. If you can't beat it, the assessment ends here. She wanted to become stronger, always wanted to, dreamed of it. To increase the amount of training, Robin did not want to let himself down, nor did he want to be arrested by Marine. The hardships of today, the tears at this moment, are nothing but tears. In the future, what is lost may be life. Having figured it out, she wiped away her tears and buried herself in cultivation. Chen Qingtian admired her ability to control emotions, and said lightly, "Actually, your devil fruit has a direction to try. If you succeed, you will at least be one of the top powerhouses in the future." Hand? Flower fruit is heading in a different direction, and Chen Qingtian just thought of a shape. Super strong form, others are wood, you are hands, that's about it. Buddha on the top. Wooden golem jutsu, wooden dragon technique and many more. Sage art wood style true several thousand hands. These skills came to mind, and they seemed to overlap with Robin Girl's abilities. True several thousand hands alone, well matched with flower fruit, might be able to recreate Senju's glory. Probably so, you can change a form to gain powerful power. This is an idea, whether it can be realized depends on your application of devil fruit. Of course, you can regard it as your devil fruit's ultimate move after awakening. You can try it in the early stage. Failure is not terrible. What if it succeeds? After awakening, Paramecia devil fruit has various abilities. The emergence of each ability is not accidental. As long as you have enough ideas, you can develop countless abilities. Compared to Robin's abilities, why not move closer to Senju Hashirama? There can be many hands, countless hands, indestructible, powerful attack power. Once they appear, it will be a huge shock. After hearing this, Robin's eyes lit up, and she was dumbfounded for a moment. Can it still have such a powerful form? What a fighting force this is. What a horrible thought. True several thousand hands, using the characteristics of flower fruit, grows bigger, and then condenses into a Buddha with countless arms. Once it appears, it will shock the whole world. Not to mention other things, once this ability is developed, she will not be able to move anyone. Thinking of this, Robin became obsessed. He even fantasizes about the days to come. If anyone dares to provoke him, he will go down with true several thousand hands and be smashed into a pulp. If it doesn't work, then it will be a Buddha on top and crush you. She is excited. Holding Chen Qingtian's hand, his eyes twinkled with the light of stars. Master, can it really be done? Girl's hands are delicate, gentle, and smooth. Being caressed by her, Chen Qingtian felt the warmth in it and couldn't help but hold it. Not wanting her to withdraw her hand, Robin only saw the scene of the explosion and didn't notice the old man's hand. Of course, nothing is difficult if you put your heart into it. Girl Robin, as long as you persevere, you will definitely be able to do it. Patting her shoulder with the other hand, he said earnestly, when your physical strength is strong enough, you will naturally be able to control this strength. Attention, don't use it lightly, your physical strength is not enough to support this move. The excitement that Robin just mentioned was drowned by a basin of water, and she asked weakly, then when can I use it? With the idea, the rest is action. And physical strength is the biggest shackle. How could she use that trick? Also, what does the awakening of Paramecia devil fruit look like? This point touched Robin's blind spot, and he really didn't know about awakening. The awakening of Zone devil fruit, she saw a thing or two in the data, so she knew about it. The awakening of Paramecia devil fruit is rarely known, and it is rarely recorded in books. It is a taboo material, and ordinary people cannot see it. It's not that the old man said, she really can't touch it. When your physical strength is 1% of the old man's, you can use this trick skillfully. If you only want to use it, you can use it 1%, but you must pay attention. Once you use it, you will fall into physical exhaustion. When the time comes, you will be very dangerous. Attention, you must arrange teammates to protect you, and don't use it unless it is absolutely necessary. This is the end of the order. Chen Qingtian will not talk about this topic anymore. This is the future, and now you, remember to exercise your physical strength. Oppress yourself every day. Break through the limit countless times. Physical strength is fundamental. Warn her again, don't neglect physical training. The body is the root of everything. Robin nodded repeatedly, she knew the severity. With a direction in the future, she is no longer confused. At least, she has a small goal, to awaken devil fruit, and learn the trick, the old man said. The old man's words seemed to open a door for her. This door is so big, it's too big for her to imagine. What about the awakening of Paramisha devil fruit? How should I put it? It's hard to put it into words. You have to comprehend it by yourself. In fact, I have already told you that the direction of your Paramisha devil fruit's awakening is to learn true several thousand hands and top. If you have mastered these 2 tricks of Shangwa Buddha, your devil fruit will naturally awaken. One more thing, not only Paramisha devil fruit can be awakened, but Logia can also be awakened, but the awakening of Logia devil fruit will be much more difficult than the other 2 devil fruits. There are advantages in the early stage, but in the later stage, some things will naturally be lost. In the late stage, the battle of the strong is about physical fitness. Others are not that important. Of course, it's not that it's not important, but that when your ability is exhausted, the rest depends on your physical fitness. Robin slowly received the information, took out a small notebook, and recorded it. Important information, she can't listen to it. What about you? Old man, is your devil fruit awakened? Chen Qingtian smiled without saying a word. Don't inquire about the old man's secrets casually. Whoops, Robin's hands are so smooth. It feels really comfortable. Yeah, old man. What are you doing? Robin realized it later, and quickly withdrew his hand, but Chen Qingtian didn't let go. Catch it. The 2 persisted. Bad old man, let me go. Girl Robin, the old man just holds it. I don't do anything else, so shaking hands is okay? Robin. Go away. A month passed in the blink of an eye. One old and one young, looking at the island behind, couldn't help but sigh with emotion. Finally left the island. Yeah, it's too difficult. Robin sighed. 2 months have passed in the blink of an eye. Thinking about the horror of living for more than 2 months, Robin is going crazy. Being tortured by the forest, being tortured by the bad old man. The torture of the bad old man is the point, and it can bring you to the edge of collapse every time. Tease you, make you uncomfortable. He can control the scale, so that you almost collapse, but not let you collapse. Robin thinks about how many times he has suffered these days. He eats every day, is raped, eats tofu, and some bad old man sometimes touches and fumbles. Terrible, but you can't hit him. Can't fight, can't say, no matter what it is, you are not his opponent. He can always stand on the moral high ground to examine you, leaving you speechless. As the old man said, everything he did was for her. At this moment, Robin's mentality collapsed, and he wanted to refute, but there was no way to refute. Hey, old man, what are you doing? Accidentally, a certain old colorist seems to want to touch her again. Touching his arm, he grabbed her hand. Robin let go of his hand, wary of the old pervert. She can't mess with him. On the island, she has no choice but to resist. It's outside now, keep your distance and don't let him mess around. Why are you panicking? It's not like you haven't touched it before. Come on, girl Robin, let this old man take good care of you. He grabbed the girl's hand and showed her a good look. Let me tell you, girl Robin, the old man can read a picture. Do you want to know what your future looks like? As soon as the words came out, Robin girl stopped struggling. She stared at Chen Qingtian with those big charming eyes, as if she wanted to see his lies in his eyes. After looking for a long time, I didn't see what I wanted to see. Robin frowned and asked, "You're not fooling me, are you?" Smart girls will not be fooled. Just listen to that kind of thing. If you really want to believe it, you are really a fool. Come on, girl Robin, open your hands. This old man will tell your fortune and won't take your money. Why are you running away? Chen Qingtian said. The one who suffers is this old man, not you. Generally speaking, this old man will not give you money. People tell their fortunes. Not everyone is qualified to let this old man tell your fortune, you are an exception. It can also be regarded as the reward for taking care of the old man these days. What about the old man? I can't touch you for nothing. Robin was obedient and opened his palms. Chen Qingtian looked along the palm of her hand. The textures, one after another, represented different meanings. Then the fingers, touching each one. Gently stroking, like stroking a rare treasure, is extremely loving. On the thin fingers, little scars and calluses appeared, which were the result of crazy cultivation these days. Without giving, there can be no gain. Robin stared at the old man for a long time, seeing that he didn't respond for a long time, and grabbed his hand to look around and touch it. It seems that it is to take advantage of it, not for fortune-telling. As soon as her forehead got dark, Girl Robin stopped and wanted to give Chen Qingtian a set of massage. Don't worry, girl, I haven't finished watching it yet. Wait a minute. This kind of thing has to be done slowly. What if you make a mistake? The old man is not responsible. If something goes wrong, you are responsible. Robin was a little obedient, but she looked at Chen Qingtian with contempt. Forget it. The bad old man likes to do something. Give him a touch, and after the time is up, he can no longer harass himself. Okay. There are results. Robin girl, do you want to hear it? Robin wanted to withdraw his hand, but he couldn't, but was held by Chen Qingtian. Helpless, she could only give up. Let's hear it, Robin said. Chen Qingtian coughed, cleared his throat and said, your fate is very rough. The first 2 decades were basically disaster level. You encountered many difficulties and bad people. They have no good intentions for you. Some people even want to kill you. However, your fate will improve later on. You will meet partners who cherish you. They will give everything, including their lives, for you. When you meet them, your salvation has come. As for who it was, Chen Qingtian didn't say. Robin wanted to ask, but Chen Qingtian gave her a smile. The future can't be said. The future can't be said, so fool Robin. Some things are meaningless once they are spoken out. And after that, Robin couldn't help asking, buddy, can I have a partner too? What she dare not imagine, has always been a person. She longed for companions, but they were not to be trusted. After that, you will encounter setbacks, but you don't have to worry, you can get over it. Okay. Let's stop here, you need to participate in the future. The old man can't say more. The old man can only say that your future is very good, and you won't be as down and out as you are now, living a life like a street rat. Chen Qingtian reached out and stroked her head, and said sympathetically, your past is worthy of pity, but you can't distrust others just because of this. Let go of your hand. At first Robin thought that the old man was getting serious, but who knew that the man's hand dropped down? Does he think he is a random person? Let you mess around. The hand was stopped and could not go down. Chen Qingtian, who had been seen through his thoughts, smiled awkwardly, his face would not turn red. I have experienced this kind of thing a lot, fighting wits and courage with Robin, and coming several times a day. Occasionally succeed. This girl is too sensitive and very careful, always vigilant against herself. Haha, it's not that the old man wants to go down, but the old man's hand moves on its own, and it has nothing to do with the old man. Robin. F*K you old man, get melon tofu. Don't I understand your thoughts? Damn old man, old pervert, always wanting to eat my tofu. Humph. With a cold snort, Robin despised Chen Qingtian. Chen Qingtian will not be discouraged, it's just one failure, and there will be another one. Sitting in small boats, they wandered the sea. Occasionally, there was a little wave, and Robin couldn't keep his figure, and approached Chen Qingtian. Then, they hug each other out of inertia. Robin just lay in Chen Qingtian's arms. Chen Qingtian lowered his head, staring at the girl in his arms. Can't help showing a satisfied smile, little girl, you are still in the hands of the old man. Let's see if you are still arrogant. Like a lamb, Robin lay still. Feeling the breath of the old man, she went from panic to calm, and gradually, she fell asleep. She, who couldn't sleep peacefully, fell into a deep sleep at this moment. It was the first time she slept so peacefully. Chen Qingtian didn't disturb her, hugged her and let her fall asleep. This girl, it's been a long time since I slept peacefully. Shaking his head, he took a look at the girl, the more she looked the better. After wandering for about 10 days, they ended their short wandering life. Arriving at a small inhabited island, the smell of cooking smoke nearby is full of human touch. The arrival of the two did not attract much attention. One old and one girl, girls are more attractive. With a wheat-colored complexion and beautiful clothes, Robin's long legs are walking on the street, and he turns heads very well. Even though she is wearing a hat and cannot show her full appearance, she is still attractive. Girl Robin seemed to like other people's eyes and didn't care at all. Robin girl, keep a low profile. Chen Qingtian doesn't want to be too ostentatious. Little girl, can you not wear such hot clothes next time? Just be a little more careful, it's not that you won't be smug depends on the occasion. This small island seems to be quite prosperous, with transportation, and the garrisoned marine, etc., are quite complete. Islands whose names are not known may be dangerous. The existence of Robin will cause a lot of trouble. Are you really okay walking on the street swaggeringly? It's all right, old man. Robin was very relieved, walked around, and when he saw something he liked, he went to have a look. It was very much like the emotions that one should have at this age, not the ruthless killer who suppressed all thoughts before. Chen Qingtian is going to buy some goods, and he has enough wine to drink, so he needs to reserve some, so as not to run out of drinks. Prepare some food and drink. In case. Girl Robin, old man, I'm going to buy wine, are you going? Robin saw a street he liked and couldn't walk anymore. No, you go by yourself, I'll go shopping first. Chen Qingtian shook his head and smiled wryly. Okay, you should pay attention to safety and be careful, I always feel a little strange around here. It is good. Robin agreed with his mouth, and walked forward with a very honest body. Shopping is what every woman wishes for. It's best to buy everything you haven't seen before, food, drink, jewelry, or other weird things. Clothes, of course, they cannot escape. Robin is not stingy when it comes to buying clothes. Beauty is one's own, money is something external to one's body. In this way, the two were temporarily separated. After agreeing on the final location and time, both of you should pay attention. Chen Qingtian no longer cares about Robin. According to her strength, she will not be in danger for the time being. After 2 months of penance, Robin's strength has improved a lot. So far, he can beat most of the pirates in East Blue. In addition, her ability is special, and she can hunt and kill most people by surprise. This is also the reason why Chen Qingtian felt confident about her own actions. According to Robin's experience, generally speaking, she would not be bullied. He walked into a tavern, bought drinks, and bought a lot at once. The appearance of the old man caused a little commotion. The boss is doing business, no one dares to offend, after all, the outside world is too scary, no matter the elderly or children, it is very scary. People should not be judged by their appearance. Once you offend someone, you may be killed in minutes. Old people and children are the scariest. You tend to let your guard down because of their identities, and then you die. After buying drinks, Chen Qingtian went to buy food. He ate a lot these days and had to replenish. A lot of money was spent and a lot of food was bought. There are other things, buy what you can use. Just like this, he went shopping around the shops around, bought all the things, big and small bags, and put them into the system space by Chen Qingtian. He walked 2 steps with empty hands, and several figures appeared behind him. And there are little mice, you can meet them everywhere you go. Thinking that they are fat sheep, they stared at themselves. Chen Qingtian was speechless. Why can't you grow your eyes? I don't want to kill people, the old man is too kind. Entering a place with few people, those people jumped out. Open your mouth to ask for money, otherwise you will kill someone. They have followed Chen Qingtian for a long time, and they have been following him since he bought wine. There were more than a dozen people, and there were 2 leaders in front. They approached Chen Qingtian with a smile. Chen Qingtian said helplessly, I tell you, why don't you let it go? I can pretend that nothing happened, how about it? Dream. Old guy, hand over the money, otherwise, he. Old man, hand it over wisely. If you want us to leave, you can, old man, kneel down and eat our toes. A group of people laughed. They do this kind of thing a lot. From the looks of it, they didn't intend to let Chen Qingtian leave here. Hey, a stubborn guy who always thinks he is strong, hey. Sighing again, Chen Qingtian glanced at them, not many people, only a dozen or so. That being the case, then, wait, all those who harass this old man should dissipate. Do not. In just 1 second, a powerful suppression appeared. A group of people were enveloped by this pressure. Immediately, they exploded, shattering into minced meat. No one, everyone, all explode, crush in situ. In an instant, they became minced meat all over the place. Chen Qingtian didn't even look back, he had nothing to say about these rubbish, he just killed them. After he left, people came again, and seeing the scene on the ground, they vomited. He never dared to trouble Chen Qingtian again. Killing someone, Chen Qingtian didn't think there was anything, it was just some rubbish, so he cleaned it up. I went back to the appointed place, checked the time, it was almost there, but I didn't see Robin. Chen Qingtian waited a little longer, the time is up. Where are people? Could it be that they ran away? Chen Qingtian raised his forehead and did not rule out this possibility. According to Robin's personality, she might have been afraid of herself and didn't want to be harassed by herself, so she ran away. Looking at the time again, I waited for another quarter of an hour, but there was no sign of Robin. Chen Qingtian stood up, let go of his perception, and suddenly, in the distance, he felt a cold breath. As the air came, very faintly, Chen Qingtian felt it. In the cold breath, There is the smell of robin, very light, very light. Tisk tisk. It looks like I'm in danger. With the cold breath, Chen Qingtian thought of someone, but he probably wasn't around here. Walk over and follow the cold breath. Soon, Chen Qingtian came to an icy place, and the surroundings were frozen. Robin, standing in the frozen world impressively. There was no one else around her, only her and a man, a very handsome-looking man. Carrying a package and wearing a pair of sunglasses, looking at it from a distance, it is tugging. Robin kept breathing, the cold making it impossible for her to stay calm, her body trembling, her lips quivering. His eyes were red, as if he had encountered an enemy. Nico Robin, grab it with your hands. The man spoke, exhaling a cold breath. Robin roared, impossible. In that case, let the ice freeze you. With that said, the man needs to activate his ability. Frozen, spread out. Robin, wanting to resist, is not on the same level at all. Seeing that she was about to be frozen, Chen Qingtian couldn't sit still. Hey, I have to rescue you again, girl Robin. I won't be happy if you don't reward me well later on. With that said, Chen Qingtian walked out. Hey, it's so cold, can anyone tell me what happened here? The frozen breath disappeared instantly, and the hard ice layer shattered layer by layer. Click, the ice cubes shattered into pieces like glass. In the blink of an eye, a small frozen world disappeared. Crystal fragments filled the sky, floating around the three of them. Chen Qingtian ignored the ice, walked slowly, came between Robin and Aokiji, and looked at the two of them curiously. 8 trigrams kept looking back and forth between the two, as if they had a lot of questions to ask. Aokiji, a frozen fruit ability user, is one of Marine's future top fighters. He is a man who maintains justice. Unlike others, he started out with passionate justice. Now at this stage, I want to get away from this justice. Laid-back justice was what he was looking for. Maybe he was forced, because there are various voices in Marine, and many people do not support him. More people like to fight, and don't like to see pirates exist, hunt and kill all pirates, and maintain the calm of the sea. Looking for your own justice is also looking for real justice. Nico Robin is his subject of observation. Whether what Marine did was correct, or whether it was a little too cruel. The survivor under Buster Call, Nico Robin survived because of Aokiji. If he was more ruthless back then, there may not be the future Robin. When the two met again, Aokiji naturally wanted to take a look at Robin. By the way, threaten her and let her know her situation. Aokiji never expected that, as he was about to do something himself, an unexpected guest came in. A bad old man, it seems, is here to make trouble. Who are you? Aokiji stared at the old man with bad eyes. It's about him and Robin, no one else. He didn't want to hurt strangers, and he didn't want to do anything to strangers. He chose to do it here because he didn't want to hurt others. But that doesn't mean he can't hurt them. Boy, do you understand respecting the old and loving the young? This old man is an old man. Can you respect this old man? Chen Qingtian said with a smile. Remove your ability. Do you want to freeze this old man to death? Frozen, and not undone. Aokiji stared at Chen Qingtian indifferently. Like his devil fruit, his character is cold and cold. Treat strangers with the same expression. Not as cute as before. Old man, please leave here. Aokiji began to advise. This is not a place for you to stay. Immediately leave here, otherwise, I can't guarantee your safety. For a moment, his breath exploded slightly. It was cold, freezing the surroundings again. It was cold, and Robin couldn't leave. Chen Qingtian touched the frost on his cheek. It was cold and seemed a little sweet. Not bad ability, boy. I advise you not to mess around. Chen Qingtian warned. Don't think that you are a Marine. I won't dare to touch you. If you really want to count, the Marine that the old man beat up is beyond your imagination. Garp, Sengoku, Xiaohei, I beat up your immediate boss. I even beat the top Kong. You, a little vice admiral, have no right to be arrogant in front of this old man. According to the old man's previous violent temper, you have already fallen down. Ding. Aokiji, one of the 3 admirals in Marine, was met by you. He was young and frivolous. He didn't know what it was like to fail. He thought that with frozen devil fruit, he was invincible and could bully everyone. You have to let him know what it means to respect the old. Love young. Mission. Care for Aokiji. Reminder. He can bully anyone, but he can't bully Robin. Your little girl Robin. I am not willing to bully myself. How can I let him bully? Reward. Devil Fruit's ability will be increased by 5, and the antifreeze attribute will be increased by 10. Note. Be careful, don't go overboard, it's Aokiji after all. Here comes another mission, the previous mission is not completely over yet. Belonging to Robin's love, it's almost there. 2 missions appeared at once, Chen Qingtian was stunned, how could it be like this? Why didn't they issue tasks together before? System. No comment. All interpretation rights are reserved by the system. Chen Qingtian. Aokiji frowned. Old man, don't think that because you were old, I dare not do anything to you. Aokiji is also angry, I will save face and let you go. You're threatening me to fight Marine for a Robin, do you know what you're doing? Little Robin walked up to Chen Qingtian and reminded, be careful, he is Marine Vice Admiral Aokiji, and his strength is terrifying. Oops. My little girl knows how to care about the old man, not bad, worthy of being the old man's girl Robin. Little Robin, you really love me, I'm touched. Robin. F*K, the old man is here again. What is the situation now, can you be more serious? Grandpa, be serious. The opposite is Marine Vice Admiral. Whether we can go out or not is the same thing. Facing a Marine Vice Admiral, Aokiji's strength was terrifying back then. Today, it's impossible to predict. The old man's strength is good, but in Robin's heart, he is still not as good as Aokiji. After all, she has seen Aokiji's strength before. Once she uses all her strength, it will not be difficult to freeze the island. Chen Qingtian said flatly. Don't worry, Robin girl, your old man is very strong. Aokiji is nothing but nothing. Robin. Aokiji. I was underestimated. Robin wants to cry, please, old man, don't talk nonsense. Pretend depends on the occasion, you are courting death like this. Old man. Wait until I block his actions, you do it, and we will go together. Robin gritted his teeth, and could not sit still. If they want to leave alive, they must fight. Chen Qingtian pressed his hand. Forget it, Robin girl, your strength is too weak, staying here is also a hindrance. Robin was stunned. Damn it, I'll help you, but you say I'm in the way. Let's go. This old man has fun with this Marine Vice Admiral. Chen Qingtian gave Robin a look, and Robin was extremely worried. She was afraid that something would happen to the old man. If that happened, she would never be able to be at peace for the rest of her life. I haven't done it for a long time, I really miss that feeling, boy. I hope you can bring some fun to this old man, otherwise, this kind of life is too boring. With a slight push, Robin was pushed tens of meters away. Robin wanted to come back to help, but Chen Qingtian stopped him with a look. On the other hand, Aokiji is curious about the relationship between the two. Frowning tightly, the little girl had only disappeared for a while, and unexpectedly met an old man. It seems that they have a good relationship. At that moment, Aokiji was very upset. Old man, don't be shy when you wait. I, the dignified Marine Vice Admiral, soon to be Marine Admiral, Aokiji, who represents the highest combat power of Marine, is now underestimated by a bad old man. Tell me, can you believe it? Anyway, Aokiji, won't believe it. Ice blade. Aokiji opened his mouth and let out a breath of cold air. The breath touched his hand and condensed into a sharp blade. The sharpness of the sharp blade cast by ice can be imagined. The sharp-edged ice blades, uneven and irregular, are extremely shocking. Holding the ice blade in one hand, he stared at Chen Qingtian, not to mention, looking at him like this, he was extremely handsome. Chen Qingtian is envious, frozen fruit, men's favorite. Aokiji's famous scene is riding a bicycle on the sea, think about it, how handsome. This man is handsome, capable, good-looking, and has a good personality. He is probably a sought-after person now. Old man, you have to be careful. Aokiji wants to test the strength of the old man, and the hard steel is the best test. He gave up the advantage of frozen fruit and frozen Chen Qingtian remotely. Lifting his foot, Aokiji exerted strength and rushed towards Chen Qingtian. The ice blade was placed on the chest, as if it was about to tear Chen Qingtian's body apart. Old man, freeze it. The ice blade pierced through Chen Qingtian's chest. Blink thing. Aokiji moves too fast. Robin saw it for real, and she shouted, old man, be careful. The next moment, the ice blade attack was completed. The old man's body was gradually frozen, and in the blink of an eye, Chen Qingtian became an ice sculpture. The damage of the ice blade is not only the cutting ability, but also the powerful freezing ability. Don't want. Robin wanted to rush over and save the old man. She was stopped by a cold breath from Aokiji. Aokiji, What the hell are you trying to do? Aokiji didn't speak, his eyes stared at the frozen statue. Crack. A faint voice sounded, and Robin heard it, and looked at the statue in surprise. Master. Shouting excitedly, Robin smiled. The old man is all right, that's great. She didn't allow the old man to have an accident. Although they had only known each other for more than 2 months, their relationship lasted more than 2 months. Crack. As the sound gets louder, the cracks gradually increase. Statues, blinking, cracked. After a while, the cracks shattered and fell. A piece of ice fell, revealing Chen Qingtian. Being frozen doesn't make him die. Tisk tisk, it's so cold, I almost froze to death. Talking about being cold, in fact, did no harm. Whether it is the tearing of the ice blade or the freezing of the cold air, the damage caused is minimal. Chen Qingtian buttoned his ears and took out some ice chips. Ouch, little Robin, are you crying? Robin heard the hateful voice and turned his head, not wanting to see the old man. At this time, come to tease yourself. So bad. Humph. With a cold snort, it was Robin's last stubbornness. Haha, girl Robin, don't cry. Didn't the old man say that this kid is pretty good, but he is far from beating the old man. Bragging Chen Qingtian, keep bragging. Robin was speechless. Old man, can you say a few words less? It will not end well if Aokiji is angered. Aokiji is also very speechless. Old man, you took a simple trick and started pretending. Hey, Aokiji boy, do you have any other abilities? Let's use them together. What an arrogant attitude. What a contemptuous taunt. Chen Qingtian's words gave Aokiji a huge taunt. Ice cube with 2 thorns. Around Aokiji, 2 spears gradually gathered. The sharpness is sharper than the ice blade. Moreover, 2 spears appeared, giving the surrounding a huge sense of oppression. The fight escalates, Aokiji, and doesn't hide either. Go. With a single finger, the spear passed through the void. They came straight to Chen Qingtian, but Chen Qingtian didn't even look at him when he got close. Little ghost, your attack is so-so. Dodge, move your head, move again. 2 spears passed through Chen Qingtian's side, attacking the ground behind him. The action is chic and neat. Aokiji frowned, observation hockey. And not your average observation hockey. Able to use observation hockey proficiently in his own ice to evade his own attacks. Having predicted his prediction, this person's strength is not as simple as it seems on the surface. Conqueror's hockey, most people can't learn it. Unexpectedly, in the Little East Blue, there is someone who can observe hockey. It's amazing. I underestimated you, old man. I never thought you would be able to observe hockey, but observation hockey can't defend against my attack. Logia Devil Fruit's attack is the hardest to dodge, unlike a frontal fight. Logia Devil Fruit's attack is area of effect and you cannot dodge it. A frozen time capsule. Icy breath entered the earth. Then, the ground was frozen. A stern cold air spread towards Chen Qingtian, and everything it passed was frozen. The ultra-long-distance ice seal and the large coverage area cut off Chen Qingtian's evasion. How do you avoid this move? Aokiji sneered, but he underestimated Chen Qingtian. Chen Qingtian didn't dodge, and opened his hands to meet his ice. Crack. It was frozen again. The second time he didn't resist, Chen Qingtian took his attack hard. Not only Aokiji, Robin is also unexpected. The old man actually. Will it be big? After all, the opponent is Aokiji, a monster with a powerful combat power. Are you hard pressing my ice seal again? Aokiji smiled coldly. This move is not comparable to Bingren. The degree of freezing has greatly surpassed that of ice blades. If you want to break through my freezing, you. It's not over yet. There was a cracking sound from the ice sculpture in front. The statue shattered again. The huge force shattered the ice, and the ice seemed fragile under Chen Qingtian's fist. 3 or 2 strokes, breaking the ice seal. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's comfortable. Frozen brings coolness to Chen Qingtian, not cold. Defense. This damage is not enough to break through Chen Qingtian's defense. Seeing this, Aokiji's eyes converged into one point. This. What a defense. He didn't use armament hockey to resist, but relied on physical resistance alone. He has only seen this kind of flesh from a few people. There are very few people who can eat his ice seal without incident, and even those who have never broken through the defense, and everyone is a well-known person. The old man in front of him did this kind of thing. Little East Blue, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. How can there be such a person in East Blue? Was his intelligence wrong, or was East Blue just too scary? Aokiji boy, is there any more? Keep going, don't stop. Chen Qingtian is addicted. Devil fruit has good ability. Summer is coming, it is definitely a good tool to make money. At least, no longer afraid of the heat. From then on, I no longer have to worry about the lack of air conditioning when doing homework. Aokiji. I'll go, you're still addicted to playing. You think I am your air conditioner. Turn it on when you want, and turn it off when you want. Robin looked shocked. The old man is so scary? Adjutant. Where are the Aokiji people? Garp ate the donut, looked back and saw no sign of Aokiji. The two people who came out together, Aokiji disappeared in the blink of an eye. The adjutant stood at attention and said, "Go back to Vice Admiral Garp. Aokiji Vice Admiral said that he has something to deal with, and he will leave for a while." Oh. Garp responded, and then asked, "Then when did he say he'll be back?" Adjutant report. Aokiji Vice Admiral said he would be back soon, but he did not elaborate on how long. The adjutant is bitter. You have something to do, won't you tell each other? You insist on embarrassing us small ones, knowing that we are not good at doing things, but you still insist on doing things. Big brothers, if you can inform each other, we don't need our little ones to speak for you. Garp frowned. What did he do? Did he tell you? The adjutant shook his head. You bosses never tell us what you do. What to do, where to go, and when to come back are all done at will, and never said in advance. Do what you think of, regardless of the 3721, and regardless of the military regulations or not. Looking at a Garp is already tiring enough, but looking at an out-of-the-ordinary Aokiji makes the adjutant feel tired. If I knew it earlier, it would be too difficult for him not to be the adjutant and let others do it. Report Vice Admiral Garp. Aokiji Vice Admiral didn't tell me. The adjutant said truthfully, can you solve the matter of your boss by yourself? He wanted to go, didn't want to answer questions. Garp asked again. Call and ask. What if Aokiji is in danger? Adjutant. What? Are you joking? How could Aokiji Vice Admiral be in danger? Here is East Blue, what danger can there be? According to the strength of Aokiji Vice Admiral, it is not an exaggeration to sweep East Blue. Garp saw the adjutant's expression, but he didn't know what he was thinking. If you're told to fight, just go for it, don't think too much, East Blue, it's not as simple as it looks. Garp can't underestimate East Blue, after all, there have been many big names here. According to his father's character, he might casually train a few disciples, and his strength would naturally not be bad. There are many strong people in the world. Some people are hiding their strength. They just don't show it. Yes. The adjutant didn't dare to refute, so he obediently went to make a call. To his embarrassment, there was no answer on the other end of the phone. He hung up the phone quickly, and the adjutant looked confused. Hung up your phone? Garp leaned over and asked the adjutant curiously. The adjutant nodded in embarrassment. It was common for the boss to hang up on the phone. These bosses were busy with work and didn't bother to listen to their calls. But being hung up in front of Garp was quite embarrassing. Why don't you try calling Vice Admiral Garp? Garp immediately refused. Forget it, he has his reasons for not answering the phone. It's impossible to see me laughing. Little Lieutenant, ridiculous. Adjutant. Damn, you are so insidious Vice Admiral Garp, I didn't expect you to be this kind of person. The calculation failed, so he could only make another call, but he didn't answer. The result is the same. Suddenly, a trace of cold drifted through the air. The cold air came quickly and suddenly. The keen Garp turned his head, looked ahead, and sensed carefully, he noticed something different. Ahead, the temperature dropped rapidly. It seems to have encountered a natural disaster, and looking at the sky in the distance, there seems to be an icy cold, hissing. The adjutant looked forward in shock and said, that's it? Full speed ahead. Garp gave the order and they went full speed ahead. Ahead, there was a fight, and it looked like Kid Aokiji ran into his opponent. Unbelievable, it is not easy for Aokiji to display his devil fruit ability to such an extent, the opponent. Full speed ahead. Adjutant, give an announcement, the ship, move forward quickly. Frozen moment. Aokiji charged, speeding forward, hugging Chen Qingtian. The moment he touched Chen Qingtian, the cold air on his body permeated Chen Qingtian's body for an instant. Freezing at close range, the freezing speed is faster and more direct. In the breath, half of Chen Qingtian's body was blocked by the ice. Kaka's freezing speed increased. Aokiji didn't want to waste time and ended the battle quickly. No matter how strong your defense is, there is a limit. His attack is magic damage, and it has an extraordinary effect on people with strong defense. He was testing the old man in the front, and this time, he broke out with all his strength. Grandpa, go to bed. Go to sleep, you old man. Those who sleep in the ice will end your life from now on. Master. Robin shouted loudly, reaching out to stop Aokiji's action. Aokiji's cold air swept over her, and there were many ice chips on Robin's body. Her hair was covered with white silver frost, and she dared not act rashly. It seems that if she makes a move, frozen will immediately climb up her body. Master. Continue to shout, Robin dare not move. Her life was threatened, so she could only pin her hopes on the old man, hoping that the old man could hold on. Frozen, it quickly climbed onto Chen Qingtian's head. The lower body was completely frozen. The magic damage seemed to break through Chen Qingtian's defense and invade his interior. From the outside to the inside, a little bit of erosion, the freezing speed was very fast, and in the blink of an eye, Chen Qingtian's head was frozen. Only one eye is left to watch this frozen world. The vast white, crystal-clear ice cubes, flashing different lights. A lifelike statue appeared in front of him, Aokiji, who let go of his embrace. Folding hands, gaze at the statue of Chen Qingtian. Exhaling a breath of cold air, he said lightly, Old man, have a good journey. Let's go, don't send. It is impossible for the old man to break through the ice with all his strength. His internal organs must have been frozen, or even damaged to varying degrees. Irreversible damage, within a quarter of an hour, he will die. Turning around, looking at Robin. Nico Robin, do you have anything else to say? Your fate ends here. I have come to end your life. Robin stepped back in fear, staring at Chen Qingtian. Old man, you. His eyes were sad, his lips were clenched tightly, and he wanted to run away, but he couldn't leave the old man behind. She fell into hesitation. Aokiji, you. With his hands crossed, Robin gritted his teeth and couldn't run, so let's fight. Anyway, if you can't escape, why not stay with the old man? Figured it out, she wants to fight back. Crack. Just when Robin was about to fight to the death, a faint voice sounded. The crackling sound gradually became louder. At first there was a little sound, and after a short while, there was a second sound. This was followed by frequent cracking sounds, crackling, crackling. Robin looked happily at the old man, the statue was shattered. Grandpa, are you alright? Excited, Robin wanted to go over to help break the ice, but Aokiji stopped him. The cold air, emanating from Aokiji's body, spread to the statue, freezing it again. Aokiji, what are you doing? Nico Robin's voice sharpened, questioning Aokiji. After finally seeing hope, you cut off my hope again. Do you have to force me to death to feel at ease? Aokiji said coldly. People without strength cannot survive in this world. Relying on the righteous charity of others will not last long. Not everyone will have justice in their hearts. Nico Robin, without strength, will eventually become someone else's lamb and be slaughtered. When I let you go, I just wanted to see if there was a problem with the justice I insisted on. Now it seems that there is no problem with my justice. The long-winded Aokiji has changed from the one who didn't like to talk before. Devil fruit affects a person, changing their character slightly. But inside, it won't change. As the saying goes, Zhongshan is easy to change, but nature is hard to change. Personality determines your style of doing things and also determines your thoughts. Today, you stay. This island is your destination. Aokiji walked over step by step, he was going to end Robin's life. The cold air blew past Robin's side. The ground around him, and even his back, were frozen. Everything around was completely frozen. In the frozen pale world, there are only two people. You. Robin crossed his arms, and she fought back. Aokiji glanced lightly, and said disdainfully, Are you going to fight me? Nico Robin. In my eyes, you are just an ant. How can ants know the brilliance of the sun and the moon? Don't come here, I'm warning you. Nico Robin doesn't want to sit still, she has successfully practiced these days, and she wants to show it. 8 round flowers, cramp. The arm appeared from behind Aokiji, breaking Aokiji's body in an instant. It was cold. Aokiji's voice sounded. The ability is good, but it's a pity, don't you know that I have the ability of Logia Devil Fruit Frozen Fruit? All abilities are tricks in front of elementalization. Aokiji's body recovered little by little as the cold air froze. Robin's ability doesn't work on him. Robin who doesn't know hockey is hard to hurt Aokiji. Logia Devil Fruit is too buggy, at least in the front. Anyone who encounters it can't deal with it. Frozen, Nico Robin. As Aokiji opened his mouth, the cold air approached slowly. Step by step, Robin's hope was shattered. Aokiji trampled on the fire of her life. Robin backed away, with nowhere to go. 10 rounds of flowers. Crack. The moment the arm appeared, it was enveloped in cold air, frozen, and shattered. In the blink of an eye, Aokiji broke Robin's move. The strength of the two is not at the same level, the disparity is too great. It's over. Robin stared at Aokiji in despair. His own moves looked so weak in front of him. There is no hope. I and the old man will be buried here. Cough cough. Before the ice started to spread, a cough sounded. The battle between the two was interrupted. One hand shattered the ice, and the old man was drinking with a jug. After taking a sip of wine, he took a deep breath, and his face became rosy. Shaking his body, the ice cubes around him cracked open. He pulled out his feet and walked forward, not forgetting to shake the ice shards off his body. Almost died, so dangerous. He said it was dangerous, but his body was not injured at all. Aokiji's pupils constricted, and his eyes, which were originally small, became even smaller at this moment. The two looked at each other, and Chen Qingtian pointed to Aokiji and said, "Hey, Aokiji boy, you can't bully the kids. I'm covering that little girl, you'd better not act rashly." Chen Qingtian threatened. If the old man gets angry, the consequences will be very serious. That girl is covered by the old man. It's someone from me, Chen, so you'd better not move around. Robin curled his lips and muttered, "What are you covering? I can cover myself." As he said so, the smile on his face never stopped. It feels good to be protected. It's been a long time since I've enjoyed this kind of treatment, and Robin's heart warms. Years of wandering, it seems, has been comforted at this moment. Aokiji was upset, and let out the cold air wantonly. He didn't like the interaction between the two of them, not at all. "Old man, don't meddle in our affairs." Chen Qingtian smiled and said, "Are you threatening me, Aokiji boy?" Aokiji said coldly, "You can think so, old man. There are some things that you can't get involved in. Marine is on a mission, everyone else should go away. Otherwise, you are partisan. Chen Qingtian will not accept this. You threaten other people with these words, maybe they will be afraid." Threatened the old man, "I'm sorry. Let alone you. Even Sengoku is now. The old man will give him a beating." Aokiji boy, do you know how many years no one has threatened this old man? I miss it very much, boy. I have a good talent, and I have not encountered any setbacks in my practice so far, so I think I am very good. Logia devil fruit is not invincible, and neither is your strength. I don't need to know, I just want to do what I think should be done. Aokiji insisted on his point. I don't want to hurt innocent people. He, unlike Akainu, moves his hands and doesn't care about it. Chen Qingtian took another look at him. Aokiji, apart from being cold, there is no major problem. In fact, his heart is gentle, and he will not allow others to hurt those he values. Hurt the innocent? Hee. Chen Qingtian mocked. If you can hurt the old man, you are trash. The old man's defense is not something you can break through. If you don't believe me, you can give it a try. Aokiji got angry. The old man, mocking himself one after another, even said that he couldn't break through his defense. There is no reason for this. There is a limit to looking down on people. In that case, don't blame me for being rude. Aokiji is serious, and won't play with you. Generally speaking, if it can be frozen, he will never do it. Intellectuals don't like to fight. Ice blade. A sharp blade of ice grows from his hand, and Aokiji rushes over while holding the blade of ice. Show off his unique physical skills combined with devil fruit, with a freezing effect in the attack. Slow down your actions, even freeze you. Every attack is accompanied by a magic attack. Aokiji is proficient in the use of Marine 6 styles and Haki. Armed color hardened. Chen Qingtian didn't hold back his arms, and his arms became pitch black. Black to Ultimate's black, high-level armament Haki shows. Boom. One punch, bombarding Aokiji's stomach, elemental, at the moment, useless. Aokiji, fly out. There was a dull pain in his chest. There was a trace of blood hanging from the corner of his mouth. He held back a mouthful of blood, not letting himself spit it out. Gritting his teeth, he swallowed it back. Aokiji's eyes became cold. This punch almost killed him. What a powerful punch. Focusing on Chen Qingtian's fist, he said in horror, "Armament Haki." And it is a high-level armament Haki. Counting the observation Haki he showed before, this person knows 2 kinds of Haki. Aokiji boy, how powerful is this punch? Chen Qingtian squinted his eyes and said. With one punch, Aokiji almost got his box lunch. At the critical moment, Aokiji turned on the armament hockey defense, and the moment the elementalization couldn't resist, Aokiji knew that he had encountered a master. The old man's armament hockey is very advanced, and his armament hockey is not enough in front of the old man's armament hockey. Generally speaking, he has seen it in Vice Admiral Garp. Vice Admiral Garp's fist is irresistible, even though his devil fruit is frozen fruit, which can be elementalized. In front of Vice Admiral Garp, there is no so-called elementalization concept. No matter what devil fruit it is, it's one punch. If one punch can't kill you, then 2 punches, 3 punches. Beating you until you fall down, strong suppression, terrifying power, and an irresistible sense of fear. At this moment, Aokiji felt it. In an old man, a strange old man, the first time he met, his strength was so terrifying. Come on, keep coming, I haven't met an interesting young man for a long time. Aokiji, one of the 3 top combat powers of Marine in the future, his current combat power is not bad. There is a lack of training, I believe he will make up for it later. The 3 major combat powers are all Logia devil fruit. The scary thing is that their appearance represents the fighting power of the Marine on the bright side. If they are not defeated, the hidden Marine forces cannot be seen. Aokiji didn't dare to laugh at the old man. What he said didn't seem like a joke. It's true, this bad old man wasn't bragging at first, he was telling the truth. Humph. With a cold snort, Aokiji's pride won't let him stop there. Since you make a move, it represents an escalation of our battle. Bystander Robin was the happiest, and Aokiji was injured. Yes, he was really hurt. That man was punched by the old man and vomited blood. Is the old man so scary? It turns out that the old man didn't brag, what he said was true. With one punch, he vomited blood. Aokiji, such a strong man, has basically never been seen. Robin knows Aokiji's strength clearly. But old man, don't panic at all. The powerful freezing ability is just a display in front of the old man, and it can't hurt him at all. The old man is awesome. All the shock turned into one sentence. Robin began to worship the old man. Encourage and cheer him up, and completely become a fan of the old man. Come on, old man. She was yelling, and Aokiji's face was getting ugly. The existence of the 2 of them was tantamount to humiliating him. He came to play a game of cat and mouse. Unexpectedly, the girl Robin found a backer. I don't know where she knew the strong man, so powerful. Opening his hands, Aokiji's face was cold. His expression returned to the calm look again, neither happy for things nor sad for himself. Ice Age. Aokiji zoomed in, and his cold breath exploded. The accumulated breath is blooming at this moment. There is no strong momentum, only overwhelming cold. Where the cold air passes, it is all frozen. In the blink of an eye, within a few kilometers around, there is ice. The cold air is fully exerted, and the ability of Logia devil fruit frozen fruit is terrifying. One after another ice sculptures appeared in front of them. Robin was almost frozen, and Chen Qingtian stood in front of her, blocking the cold breath. Indiscriminate attack. Once Aokiji's ultimate move is activated, he doesn't care about the lives around him. Anyone or anything that is eroded by the cold air will be frozen. Without exception. The cold spread to the end, forming a unique world. The outside is a normal world, and the inside is a frozen world. Ice Age. Aokiji's blocking move, within this move, are all his domains. Are you all right, Robin girl? Robin was terrified, this move almost froze her. If the old man hadn't appeared at a critical moment, he might have been frozen immediately. The powerful cold made her shiver. She can't be like Chen Qingtian, who is not afraid of cold and heat. Hiss. I'm fine. The cold made her unable to keep calm, her lips were trembling, and her body was trembling. Chen Qingtian threw a piece of clothing to her and told her to stay away from here. Then, Chen Qingtian watched Aokiji-Kuzan seriously. This energy is so powerful, if it were someone else, it might be frozen. Chen Qingtian didn't dare to be too big, and didn't accept the ice seal. Hey, Aokiji, this move is pretty powerful. The Ice Age didn't just freeze the world around it, more so, this is Aokiji's domain. Here, he can attack as he pleases. The surrounding ice is his weapon. Icicles. On the ground, which was frozen by the ice, spikes emerged. The surrounding ice sculptures immediately protruded with spikes, countless spikes interspersed from all directions. Unable to dodge, Chen Qingtian shook his head. It's useless, these attacks are useless to this old man. Icicles, crushed. Chen Qingtian stepped forward and took a step, the surrounding ice spikes shattered. In the front, the ice spikes could hit Chen Qingtian, and in the back, within 1 meter of Chen Qingtian, they all shattered. Walked straight to 1 meter away from Aokiji, raised his hand, and made a fist. The speed is very slow, but in Aokiji's eyes, it's very, very fast. It was so close that the naked eye couldn't catch it, and in the blink of an eye, it appeared in front of my eyes. It was too late to escape. Damn it. Armed color hardened. Elemental was useless against his fists, and Aokiji chose the most useful defense. Armament hockey is rarely used because no one can get close to him. The body technique that has not been used for a long time is now being used. Boom. The body flew upside down. Chest, concussion. Powerful, tearing his bones apart. There was a snap of the ribs, and 2 of them broke. Before the person landed, Aokiji attacked. But before his eyes, he lost his target. Not good. Danger is behind, as expected. The old man appeared behind, waiting for him for a long time. Here it is, Aokiji boy. Boom. He took another punch and flew back. In Aokiji's heart, there is only shock, such a fast speed, and such a strong physical skill. Unable to dodge, the old man stood in advance and waited for him for a long time. Undetectable figure, observation hockey cannot perceive Chen Qingtian's figure. Hiss. Tricky. Aokiji was thinking how to beat him, it was too tricky. It was the first time he encountered such a difficult opponent, and the old man's battle was beyond ordinary. Aokiji boy, where are you looking? The old man is here. Come back to God. The old man stood in front, as if he had never moved from his original position. Clenching his fists, he gently attacked his chest. Boom. Puff. With this punch, Aokiji couldn't keep his cool. Squirt blood wildly. People, lying 10 meters away. Unable to keep standing, he dropped 1 foot to the ground. Proud, he lowered his head. Cough cough. Puff. Blood, spit out a second mouthful. Unable to get stuck, Aokiji couldn't swallow, spit it out, and felt a little better. He stood up tremblingly, punched him, and killed him. A few more punches, half-life is almost gone. He understood that the bad old man in front of him was very powerful, and he was not the same as the pirate he met before. As far as the strength of his fist is concerned, it is comparable to Vice Admiral Garp, and even stronger. And his pervert defense ability, his own freezing ability, can't break the defense. Not even once. Have you ever seen such a terrifying person? Who are you? Chen Qingtian rubbed his chin and said, you're just a bad old man. I can't see you, a big man, bullying a little girl. Aokiji. Would you believe me if I said I didn't bully? It's useless to say such words now. They fight and don't need such words to explain. Robin was shocked again. Shocked the first time. The mouth is so wide that it can put down a fist. Her small lips exuded a different charm, and a pair of beautiful big eyes stared at Chen Qingtian. Those eyes exuded a different charm, and countless stars shone out. She adores her and can't wait to support Chen Qingtian. So strong. The old man is so scary. Aokiji is no match for him. Suddenly, I realized that the old man was not bragging. What he said before is true, he is so strong, he looks the same in everything. Nothing could interest him. Now thinking about what the old man said to her, she found it very reasonable. When your strength reaches a certain level, you don't need to be afraid of anyone, any organization, or any force. I want to be stronger. She has to work hard to become like the old man. From now on, she doesn't need to be afraid of anyone. There is no need to live a life of hiding. She was tired of living the life of street mice. Next, there may be fierce battles. Chen Qingtian said, Girl Robin, you can go first. In the blink of an eye, Chen Qingtian stood beside Robin and whispered to her. You go, we may have to part. Robin shook his head. I don't want to go. Chen Qingtian pointed forward. Someone is approaching, it should be Marine's warship, it will be very dangerous for you to stay here. In his perception, he sensed a warship approaching. Once Marine's people arrive, this battle may be endless. When the time comes, Robin is the most dangerous person. It's time for them to separate. Chen Qingtian raised his hand. How about this old man sending you away? Robin didn't want to leave, she wanted to stay and help the old man resist the enemy. I'm leaving. What do you do? I'm fine, you're gone, I can leave anytime. Chen Qingtian can leave whenever he wants. It doesn't matter how many people come, His defense is very strong. They can't break their own defense, they can't cause harm to themselves. Robin is different. Once she is caught, both of them are dangerous. After getting along for so long, it's time to separate. I thought we would be separated, I didn't expect it to be now. Chen Qingtian stroked Robin's head. This time, Robin girl didn't hide and let him stroke her own head. Robin with red eyes shook her head. She didn't want to leave, she didn't want to leave the old man. But she knew that if she didn't leave, both of them would be in danger. Be obedient, we will have a chance to meet again in the future. Chen Qingtian comforted. The old man will send you away right away, in the blink of an eye, close your eyes and be good. Robin, hesitating for a moment, closed his eyes. Chen Qingtian raised his hand, slapped Robin's head lightly. In an instant, she disappeared in place. It was as if they had never appeared before. Chen Qingtian was the only one left in the same place. Aokiji frowned, and at that moment, he smelled the fluctuation of Devil Fruit's ability. I let go of observation hockey, but I didn't sense Robin's breath. I guess I left this island. Where did I go? Who knows? This slap, Chen Qingtian comprehended based on Big Bear's ability, took a lot of effort to comprehend. The use of power to ultimate, coupled with the ability of Devil Fruit, was difficult to comprehend before. After evolution, Devil Fruit has a deeper level of power. Girl Robin, the future is up to you. I can't accompany you by my side. You have to be good when you are alone. Look at Kid Aokiji again, his pupils are cold and his eyes are not friendly. He failed to achieve his goal, but was injured instead. The old man in front of him was very strong, and he sensed the power released in that instant. Concentrate on dealing with this old man. Aokiji has to be serious, otherwise, he may confess here. Aokiji boy, come on. Reach out and strike a pose. Go ahead and attack casually. Without Robin, Chen Qingtian let go of his hands and feet for the time being. The battle between the two was constantly bombarded. On the other side, the warship approached the shore, and Garp took the first step. Walking towards the frozen world, after a few steps, I heard a huge bombing sound. The battle was fierce, and there was a constant cold breath. Kuzan boy has met a strong enemy. Garp thought it was a good thing, lest Kid Kuzan was always self-righteous. Walking a few steps forward, Garp saw a figure flying out. The footing position was 3 meters behind him. Just entering the frozen world on the front foot, Kuzan was punched out. Lying on the ground, his body was covered with bruises. From the looks of it, he was beaten hard. Kuzan, what are you? Kuzan was stunned. After the real battle, he realized the horror of the old man. It wasn't a one-dimensional battle at all. Under the old man's attack, he persisted for a while, and soon fell. He was being beaten all the way, and there was no chance of a backhand. Freezing power cannot affect the old man. The more he fought, the more frightened he was, and he wanted to run away after the fight. Vice Admiral Garp, you are finally here. If you don't come, I may be beaten to death. Garp was astonished, and for Kuzan to say this, it showed that the person who beat him was very strong. Immediately, Garp became interested and geared up. Interesting enemies, rarely encountered. Kuzan, where is the enemy? Seeing Vice Admiral Garp's excitement, Kuzan didn't know whether to cry or laugh. He sat up and pointed behind Vice Admiral Garp. The old man came out from the smoke. Garp just turned around, and at this moment, the two met. Face to face, looking at each other. For a while, the atmosphere calmed down. The breath of fighting dissipated for a long time. Two people, you look at me, and I look at you. They stared at each other with big eyes and looked at each other quietly without talking to each other. Vice Admiral Garp didn't do anything, and the old man also stopped. Aokiji was surprised and looked puzzled. Vice Admiral Garp, what happened? The enemy is in front of you, why don't you do it? And you, old man, you were so cruel when you beat me up just now, why don't you do it now? Aokiji, a silly kid, still doesn't understand what happened, and his mind is full of doubts. Vice Admiral Garp is here, shouldn't it be to help yourself? Why does he seem submissive and dare not do anything? Aokiji was very disappointed. In his impression, Vice Admiral Garp was fearless. If his subordinates were beaten, he would definitely take action to teach him a lesson. Protecting weaknesses is the biggest advantage of Vice Admiral Garp, and it is also the reason why Aokiji follows him. Someone is protecting you, isn't it fragrant? But now, he doesn't feel good. Vice Admiral Garp, give me a hand. Garp stared at the old man in front of him as if he didn't hear what Aokiji said. The mouth parted in a smile. Open his arms and hug his father. The two hugged each other passionately, and it seemed that they had a good relationship. Aokiji was dumbfounded. What's the situation? What happened? Aokiji, with a question mark on his head, stood up with difficulty. The pain made him grin his teeth, and he couldn't live peacefully. Taking a deep breath, he was relieved when the scurrying force was eliminated. Vice Admiral Garp. Do you know each other? The old man who beat himself up knew Vice Admiral Garp, Aokiji's backer, disappeared in an instant. His mood was like riding a roller coaster, with ups and downs. The backer came, and I was very happy. Within a few seconds, the backer was gone. Garp didn't answer his question, but instead hugged his father hard. After parting, the two looked at each other, and Garp asked concerned, "Father, Kid Kuzan didn't hurt you, did he?" Chen Qingtian waved his hand. "No, Kuzan Kid wants to hurt the old man. He is still young, he must practice for at least 10 years. Garp was relieved. Then I'm relieved. I thought that Kuzan Kid would make a big fuss. It turned out to be you, father. Haha, isn't it? Chen Qingtian said with a smile. It's rare to meet a material that can be made, and the old man can't help itching for a while, haha. Hurt him. Garp, you're okay with that? Garp shook his head. How dare he? You are my father. What you say is what? The powerful Vice Admiral Garp bowed his head, and was nothing in front of his father. Aokiji Kuzan's eyes widened. He wiped his eyes, unable to believe what he saw. What, did he hear wrong? What did Vice Admiral Garp call the old man? Father. Vice Admiral Garp's father still alive? Never heard of this guy, never heard of it from Vice Admiral Garp. He is probably the first to know this secret. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I thought that Vice Admiral Garp's strength was terrifying, but I didn't expect his father's strength to be not bad. Even more terrifying than Vice Admiral Garp, the defense that cannot be broken is chilling. Aokiji couldn't accept this result, and the person who beat him up turned out to be Vice Admiral Garp's father. Didn't he say that he was beaten in vain? What the hell luck? This can make me touch, oh my god, I'm dying. No wonder Vice Admiral Garp would be obedient, afraid to make a move, and met his nemesis. No matter how great your grades are, you are always a child in front of your father. Listening to the conversation between the two, Kuzan was injured again. In the eyes of the old man, what a dish I am. It took 10 years to hurt him, is this a joke? He didn't believe it. According to his talent, it didn't take that long. Maybe a few years will be enough, and when his strength rises to a higher level, it won't be difficult to hurt the old man. Garp looked his father up and down, no change, no different from the last time we met. Not old, nor in the slightest sign of frailty. Old and strong. The sword is not old. Looking at Kuzan's appearance, it is not difficult to see that his father's strength has not regressed. Garp was shocked inside. Okay. Age is their worst enemy, no one can resist the erosion of time. No matter how powerful a person is, they appear insignificant in front of the years. The older you get, the lower your physical fitness, and your strength will drop significantly. This is an unchanging truth. As for the father, nothing changed, on the contrary, he became even stronger. Incredible. Father, aren't you at home? How did you come here? At a young age, if you don't stay at home well, why run out? It's too dangerous outside, you are an old man, can't you take care of yourself in peace? Fighting is not what you should do. Chen Qingtian pouted, bored, come out for a walk. I know what you're worried about, don't worry, Luffy and the others have nothing to do, they're obedient now. Garp asked uncomfortably, Father, are you so worried about them? It doesn't matter if you don't worry. They have grown up and are no longer children. They know what to do and what not to do. Besides, before I left, I told them not to do anything. They dare not. The old man's fists are not vegetarian. If anyone dares to mess around, he will make them lie down in minutes. The problems that can be solved by force are not problems. You weren't very naughty before, but you were beaten too hard to resist. Garp's face was dark. He didn't want to hear about the past, it was the shadow of his childhood. Father, how long have you been out? Garp asked. I don't know, it's been a few months. How many months? I don't know, maybe a month. Months? Garp raised his voice. Father, you have been out for so long, are you really not worried about them? There's nothing to worry about. Chen Qingtian said, don't worry, Garp. Garp just asked because he was worried. Sure enough, it was as he had guessed. Father, as before, is not very reliable. Aokiji watched the conversation between father and son, frowning, you don't care about me. It took a long time before Garp noticed the existence of Aokiji, and asked concerned, "Kuzan, can you still go?" Kuzan said with a dark face, "No, it's only now that you think of me. Why did you go there just now? If it weren't for my good physical fitness, no one would know about my death." Garp laughed loudly. "Kuzan, you have the courage to fight with the old man's father, awesome." Tapping Kuzan on the shoulder hard, Garp praised his bravery. Kid Kuzan did something he didn't even dare to do, and it looked like he was beaten up, quite miserable. How to say? Vice Admiral Garp. Kuzan didn't know why. Garp shook his head and said, "For a while, I don't know how to tell you, Kuzan boy, you just know that my father is very strong." Vice Admiral Garp, even you? Garp shook his head. "Kuzan, do you know who taught this old man his strength?" Kuzan opened his mouth wide. "No way." He thought about it, but he didn't want to admit it. "No way. How is this possible? How could such a thing happen to me?" "It's incredible, Kuzan, I still can't believe what I heard." The powerful Vice Admiral Garp was actually educated by the old man in front of him, and all his abilities were almost inherited from his father. As for myself, I just had a fight with Vice Admiral Garp's father, and I am still alive, which is a fortune teller. 2 hours later. 3 people are sitting together in a boat. Stand at the bow and stare ahead. Chen Qingqian and Garp stood in front. Kuzan stood in the back, a little behind them, and not far behind were Garp's adjutants, far away. As a competent adjutant, you don't need to know many things you shouldn't know, and you can't listen to many words. The more you know, the greater the danger. Other soldiers get busy with their own affairs. On the sea, you can encounter any situation, so prepare in advance, just in case. Kuzan pulled Garp and asked, "Vice Admiral Garp, is what you said before true?" It was appalling. Both Vice Admiral Garp and Marshal Sengoku are disciples of the old man. They were trained by the old man before. It can be said that they have achieved today thanks to the education of the old man. What's outrageous is that Xiaohei Vice Admiral is also a disciple of the old man, not only in the body, but also in the cultivation of the soul. All aspects of training, what you need, what he provides. After hearing part of their training, Kuzan realized that his own training was nothing. For comparison, there is no comparison. Vice Admiral Garp can have today's strength. How much sweat has been put in behind it? What is true and false? There is no need for the old man to lie to you about this kind of thing. Garp picked his nose and said angrily, "Kuzan boy, haven't you experienced the power of the old man? Are you not sure whether it is true or not?" Kuzan frowned. He had experienced it, but it was not as pervert as he imagined. Garp shook his head. "Kuzan, you don't know something. The old man likes to beat people. He doesn't like to kill people. Unless you do something heinous, he will kill you. If the old man really wants to kill you, I think you will be killed instantly." It's not that Garp is bragging about how strong his father is, the fact is that he is. Whether Kuzan's strength is strong or weak, he is still one step away from the strong. Taking this step, he is qualified to become one of Marine's top 3 combat powers. But just one step away, the reality is much worse. The old man's strength is unfathomable, whether it was then or now, it cannot be described in words. The low-key old man rarely uses his full strength, no one knows how strong he is. Are you kidding? Vice Admiral Garp. Kuzan found it ridiculous. When you say beat him, Kuzan believes it. Spike, Kuzan is not that weak. Garp whispered in Kuzan's ear. As far as I know, the old man is demon fruit power, he hasn't used his power yet, you have already lost. This? Kuzan seemed to hear a huge joke, and his body couldn't help shaking. He wanted to laugh, but couldn't. Ability user, but when the old man fought against him, he didn't use his ability. Relying on physical skills, let yourself lose. He was beaten all the way, and the number of times of resistance was pitifully small. Except for the fact that the old man didn't do anything at first, but he could do something to the old man, the rest of the time, he was beaten. Can't find the location of the old man, speed, or hockey's use, it is not an opponent. Armament hockey collides and he loses. Observation hockey perceives that he too has lost. The old man's two-color hockey is stronger than he imagined. It is impossible to imagine an old man whose strength is so completely preserved. No way. Kuzan, can't believe it. Garp patted him on the shoulder and comforted him. I don't even want it to be true, but it's the truth. Kuzan, accept failure. The old man doesn't want to take revenge anymore. How about you? Take the beating with peace of mind. It's nothing more than a severe beating. Do you know how many times the old man was beaten in those years? What are you two mumbling about? A voice sounded, frightening the two of them. Garp shook his head and smiled wryly. No, no. Kuzan suddenly understood why Vice Admiral Garp was afraid. He was naturally at a disadvantage when he met a powerful father. If you can't fight, you dare not fight. Kuzan is different, he can do it, but the problem is that he can't beat it. The two looked at each other and shook their heads, indicating that they did not speak ill of the old man. Chen Qingtian glanced at them and said nothing. A look made Kuzan fearful, as if his inner thoughts had been seen through. It's not the best, you two better not speak ill of the old man, if the old man finds out, With a cold snort, he warned the two of them. In fact, Chen Qingtian heard their words clearly. Regarding their reaction, Chen Qingtian felt nothing. He was indulging in system tasks, which reminded him that 2 tasks had been completed. The first Robin's mission, as she left, was immediately completed. Receive award. Ding, Devil Fruit's ability is increased by 1, and he gets the Skill Hunter. With 2 rewards in hand, Devil Fruit has a little more comprehension. The accumulation of less makes more, no matter how small the mosquito meat is, it is still meat. At this level, a little improvement can improve his strength a lot. Defense, speed, and strength all improved, acting on the body in an instant. Chen Qingtian felt the feeling of becoming stronger, and lamented the beauty of life. Hunter. Cause damage to the target, there is a certain chance to hunt the gods. I go. Seeing this introduction, Chen Qingtian was stunned. God-level skills, hunting gods, my god, invincible, this skill. My sweet baby, Robin, YYDS. Praise the girl Robin, worthy of being a beautiful girl. My girlish heart, whoops. Received Robin's reward, followed by Aokiji Kuzan's reward. Devil Fruit ability +5. Increase the anti-freezing property by 10. Promote. The former feels rather deep. The power became stronger, but fortunately Chen Qingtian controlled it well and did not let the power leak out. Otherwise, their ship might be destroyed. In an instant, his body slowly received strength and gradually became stronger. The anti-freeze attribute has increased, and Chen Qingtian's defense has been improved to a higher level. It is estimated that it will be more difficult for Aokiji Kuzan to hurt him. Originally, the defense was very high, but now, with this attribute, Aokiji would probably cry in the toilet. Very nice. Admiring the beauty of life, Chen Qingtian smiled. I don't know how that girl Robin is doing now. Involuntarily, he thought of Robin girl, have not reached a safe place. Far away, in the desert. Robin woke up from the dizziness and looked at the strange environment around him. From a small island to a desert, it's just a matter of blinking and closing your eyes for a moment. The endless desert, no human habitation, no place to eat and drink. The scorching sun kept burning her body and evaporating her sweat. Robin went to a shady place for a little shelter, and the scorching sun made people uncomfortable. Fortunately, she had something to eat and drink, and it was all in the small package, so she didn't leave it behind. Taking out a bottle of water and taking 3 gulps, she quickly stopped her behavior. It is enough to relieve hunger and thirst, not to be full. I don't know what happened to the old man. Did he escape? Luffy, Ace, I'll go first. Sabo waved his hands to bid farewell to his brother. As the eldest brother, he is the first person to go to sea, and he is not old enough, but he has confidence in his own strength. When his strength has grown to a certain level, it is time for him to bid farewell to his hometown and embark on a journey. Sabo thought for a long time, thinking about waiting for the old man to come back before going out to sea, but he couldn't wait. The old man has been out for too long, and he hasn't seen anyone now. It is estimated that he will come back in a while. He couldn't wait foolishly. If the old man said no, wouldn't he not be able to go to sea? Just in case, he decided to go to sea today and yo-yo in advance. Sabo, can you take me with you? Luffy raised his hand and asked eagerly. Going to sea is Luffy's dream. He wants to go out with him, travel the world, and follow in Shank's footsteps. Sabo shook his head. No, Luffy, you can't go to sea. You are still young. I can't take you to sea. Sabo is scared. Taking Luffy out to sea, is that courting death, okay? Grandpa said that Luffy can't go to sea. He is young and likes to cause trouble. Before he has the strength to protect himself, he can't take him out. Otherwise, if the great-grandfather finds out, the two of them can't afford to walk around. Sabo doesn't want to take risks. That kind of thing is not afraid of 10,000, just in case. It's better for me to go to sea alone, but I can't go out with disasters. What should I do if the disasters hurt me? Sabo, take me out to sea. I promise I won't cause trouble for you, Luffy reassured. Sabo rolled his eyes. Luffy, forget it, it's not in your nature not to cause trouble, it's impossible for me to take you out to sea. Seeing that Luffy was about to lose his temper, Sabo hurriedly comforted him. How about I come back and take you out to sea after I get a firm foothold outside? Only then did Luffy settle down. He pouted and said, really? I don't quite believe Sabo's character, he may be fooling himself. Luffy couldn't help but believe that whoever made himself young to go to sea would have to wait a few years at the earliest. Really, I promise. Sabo promised again and again that he would never forget the promise. Only then was Luffy satisfied and let Sabo leave with confidence. Ace stepped forward and hugged Sabo. Sabo, be careful all the way. I will, Ace. Sabo hugged Ace. I'll wait for you outside. When the time comes, we brothers will go out together. Okay. I'll find you when the time comes, Sabo. Ace held Sabo's hand. The two made a promise that they would go out to sea together and form a brother pirate group. No brothers, no pirates. Luffy is going to join in, shake hands with them, and look to the future. The three looked at the front together and couldn't help laughing. They were happy, looking forward to the future where they would venture into the world together and crush their enemies together. After a long time, the three separated. Sabo launched the prepared boat, a small one, which can be overturned by any strong wind and waves. They prepared for many days, and finally the construction was completed. The appearance is not good looking, but the quality is average, so let's just use it. I'm going to sea, Luffy, Ace. Sabo, take care all the way. Sabo, remember to come back and bring me. Luffy shouted loudly, not forgetting Sabo's words. He waited at home for Sabo to come back. When the time came, he could go to sea. Luffy, Ace, goodbye. A person clumsily drives the boat away. Get away from the islands and into the vast sea. What will happen in the future, who knows? Somewhere, one day, a storm came. Flying the boat, Sabo disappeared with the wind and waves. And far away, on the big boat going home, Aokiji Kuzan stood beside the two and listened to them talking about the past. The happy time is short, and for Kuzan, there is no such thing as a happy time. About Nico Robin, Kuzan did not tell Vice Admiral Garp about the relationship between Chen Qingtian and Nico Robin. Don't dare, and don't want to distract Vice Admiral Garp. Kuzan knocked on the identity of the old man for a long time, and asked Garp every day, no matter how big or small. He asked him once. I got a lot of useful information. First of all, the old man likes to educate others. How to explain it? It literally means, seeing a talented person, he will give you guidance and teach you how to use your own advantages. Pay attention to the cultivation of physical skills. Physical fitness is fundamental. There are still many things, and Aokiji Kuzan couldn't help but want to ask for guidance after knowing it. When you meet an experienced old man, the leader of education, how can you not ask him? Vice Admiral Garp is good in strength and good in people, but in terms of education, he is not good. It's good to take care of yourself, but it's hard to educate others. Kuzan boy, you can go ask. Maybe it will let you break through that layer of shackles. Garp smiled, urging Kuzan to ask, whether his question was big or small. Can't get in. Garp knows what's going on, but doesn't know how to say it. Father was here, just in time, to show Kid Kuzan how to break through. Vice Admiral Garp, will the old man tell me? After a few days of rest, he recovered from his injury. It wasn't serious at first. The old man acted appropriately and just made him vomit blood. It looks serious, but actually, that's it. Yes, don't worry. Garp gave Kuzan a reassuring look. Trust me, it's all right. Kuzan hesitated for a long time and decided to ask. After all, I am not at a loss. Walking over, he submissively clasped his hands and asked, Old man, can you give me some advice? The posture is very low, which is the posture of studying. Chen Qingtian glanced at him, which made Kuzan very nervous, thinking that the old man was angry because of what happened that day. He quickly explained, Old man, I didn't actually want to kill Nico Robin, I just wanted to force her to seek power. Everything I do is for her. She is good, and I am also good. The answers he seeks will be found in Nico Robin. Looking for her is also to determine her safety, by the way, to see if she is in danger. I know, otherwise, do you think the old man will let you go? Chen Qingtian knew. How could he not know what Kuzan was thinking? This kid wanted to kill Nico Robin, he had already done it, why wait until later? You are so smart, old man. Kuzan praised the old man. Kuzan then asked his own question as to why he couldn't make that step. His strength has reached a bottleneck, and he cannot go any further. Chen Qingtian hooked his hands. Come here, Kuzan boy. Aokiji walked up to him and listened carefully. Let me tell you this, your strength is not bad, and there are no other problems. As for why you have been unable to break through, you need to ask yourself. Kuzan pointed at himself, with a puzzled look on his face. Ask me? Yes, ask it. Chen Qingtian grabbed Kuzan's hand and placed it on his heart. You have to ask your heart. You have doubts about the justice you uphold, and you have misunderstood your status. If you don't want to understand these, you can't go any further. The answer you are looking for is actually very simple. You can touch it, but you ignore it. Go. Think about it slowly, the answer can only be found by yourself. Kuzan lowered his head, looked at his heart, stroked it, and the heart beat very slowly. Very slow, beating rhythmically, he fell into deep thought. For a long time, I didn't come back to my senses. 10 days have passed. The boat docked and returned to the door of the house. Garp landed first. I can't wait to go home to see if the 3 little ones are eating on time, practicing on time, and whether they are doing anything. How did they live, the days without great-grandfather at home? Did the big brothers take good care of their younger brother? Worried about their safety, Garp rushed back immediately, and the soldiers behind him had long been used to it. The adjutant arranges other things, what to do, what is needed, the purchase of purchases, the preparation of preparations. They do not go back with Vice Admiral Garp, they take care of lunch and dinner by themselves. Just wait for Vice Admiral Garp to come back. As for the number of days, there is no fixed time, and the days are probably set. Kuzan landed second, blinking as he watched Vice Admiral Garp disappear. Confused, he was at a loss, turned around and asked the old man, where is Vice Admiral Garp going in such a hurry? Chen Qingtian picked his nose. Go home, where else can I go? There is nothing else that makes Garp anxious but home. There are children at home that he is worried about. They are not at home, and Dayton helps to take care of them. The unreliable father and the unreliable Dayton. Dayton doesn't often go to see them, but once a day, to ensure that they have no problems and then go down the mountain. Impossible to live on the hill all the time, staring at them. For the 3 of Luffy, Dayton implemented free-ranging care. You can do whatever you want, as long as you don't leave the mountain. They arrange the daily tasks by themselves, and Dayton takes care of them. Other things are out of their control. The strength of the 3 little ones has improved rapidly, and she is basically unnecessary. Home? Are we at Vice Admiral Garp's house? Yeah, don't you know? Aokiji shook his head in bewilderment. Garp didn't tell you. Chen Qingtian became interested. After all these days, haven't you told him? Chen Qingtian didn't say to go home, just follow the boat. Looking at the direction, he knew it was the way home. Garp was worried about Luffy and the others, and wanted to come back and have a look. If you don't look at it, your heart is not stable. He thought Garp had talked to Aokiji, but unexpectedly, that kid Garp didn't say anything. Probably thought Aokiji knew, so it goes without saying. No, Vice Admiral Garp didn't say anything, and neither did you. Aokiji acted like I didn't know anything. 1 or 2 concealed it from him, and he was the fool who dared to love. Eh? Chen Qingtian asked. The adjutant didn't tell you? Aokiji shakes his head. In addition to shaking his head, he still shook his head. He was stunned, and everyone knew it. He was the one who was concealed. At this moment, Aokiji collapsed as if struck by lightning. You all know? Aokiji couldn't help asking. Chen Qingtian laughed and said, I should, probably, maybe, you know. Aokiji. Don't talk to me, I'm mad. Standing alone, angry. Chen Qingtian smiled, ignored Aokiji, followed Garp's footsteps, and went home. There is no timid mood near the hometown, but there is a faint smile. Chen Qingtian walked slowly and met the girl Dayton. She saw Chen Qingtian and thought she had misread him. She opened her eyes and looked again, and she was sure it was Chen Qingtian. Dayton walked over with a worried expression on her face. Come on, something went wrong. Not a small thing. Chen Qingtian was mentally prepared and asked, Dayton girl, something happened? Dayton nodded, embarrassedly said, Sabo is out to sea. After a second, Chen Qingtian realized. Wait, what did you say? Dayton said coyly. Not long ago, Sabo went out to sea, and when I found out, he was gone. It was already the 2nd day when she found out. Looking for Sabo is unlikely. Moreover, that afternoon, there was a heavy rainstorm. The wind was heavy and the rain was heavy, maybe. Dayton didn't dare to think about it, and searched for several days, but couldn't find Sabo's body. If you don't find it, you may end up in a worse situation and become food for fish. I'm sorry, old man, I didn't like them. Dayton apologizes, looking sad. Chen Qingtian understood what she meant. Dayton thought Sabo was dead. Chen Qingtian frowned and said, "It's okay, Dayton, it's the best news if you don't find it. Maybe Sabo kid is lucky and nothing happened." "Okay. No need to apologize, it's none of your business, it's because they got so bold that they dared to go to sea." Chen Qingtian was furious. "It's unreasonable, I just left for a while, and you guys are going to heaven. One or two didn't practice well, and they only wanted to go to sea. With your little strength, do you want to go to sea to deliver food?" "Master, Okay, girl Dayton, it's okay, don't feel guilty." Chen Qingtian comforted Dayton, telling her not to take it to heart. Sabo's fate is on a road of no return. Maybe, he is already practicing somewhere. If you practice in another place, you may end up in a worse situation. After comforting Dayton, Chen Qingtian's mood changed, his fists were clenched, and he went up the mountain faster. Behind, Aokiji stood far away and did not follow. He and the adjutant camped in the town, took care of themselves, and waited for them to come down. Everyone has privacy and a home that they don't want to be known. Those who went home did not invite them to go up, which was equivalent to not letting them go up. Simple and clear things, Aokiji can still see. "Adjutant, have you been up there?" The adjutant stood at attention and replied, "Go back to Aokiji Vice Admiral, I was lucky enough to go up there once. After that, never went up again. It doesn't mean much, it's just a hill with a house on the hill. A simple home, not a luxurious villa as imagined. Aokiji Vice Admiral, don't you go up and have a look." Aokiji shook his head, he wanted to follow, but they didn't speak, he couldn't rush up. "It's better to stay here to eat and drink than to stand on it." On the hill. Garp stepped into the house and heard the commotion inside. "Ace. I'm going to sea. I don't care, I'm going to sea, don't stop me." Luffy was clamoring to go to sea, he didn't want to stay here. Boring family, leaving him and Ace, how boring. Why not go out to sea to find Sabo and explore the world together? "Luffy, please don't make a fuss, Grandpa won't let you go to sea." Ace persuaded Luffy. "Aren't you afraid that Grandpa will come to trouble you?" Luffy said loudly. "What are you afraid of? If my grandfather beats me, let him beat me. I must go to sea. I'm out of the sea today, and it's useless for anyone to come." Ace grabs Luffy and won't let him out. Luffy, a person with a full-level troublemaking attribute, will definitely cause trouble once he goes out. "Luffy, don't make trouble, aren't you afraid that Grandpa will come back?" "Grandpa, you are not afraid, so what about your grandpa? Are you afraid?" Luffy stopped, startled, just when Ace thought he could breathe a sigh of relief. What Luffy said surprised him. "I'm not even afraid of Grandpa. What kind of thing is Grandpa?" "Ace, don't underestimate me, it's just a grandpa, it's not worth being afraid of."